I'm not a fan of Roll20, I apologize. But why don't we go ahead and transition and get this puppy started, shall we? If my mouse wants to work today, anyway. All right. How we doing, folks?
Feeling upset about the lack of players.
Yeah.
We're doing.
Yeah, things happen. Shit happens. That is the way it goes. But
Murdoch just wandered off to put his youngest into a shower and then bed.
gotcha, not a problem. All right, so what we'll do is we'll sit here and shoot the shit for a few minutes before we start up game. Give some of our players an opportunity to respond. I know that one is just getting out of work and heading her way home. I know that one of our players is kind of dropped off the face of the planet and will not. He has not yet contacted us on whether he is going to be here or not. As we were just said, we had another one who just had put his child to bed. Oh, Sildari, thank you so very much for that follow. But we do have a couple people here at the moment. So what we'll do is we'll start off with them here in a few minutes. But right now, what we'll do is we'll just sit here and shoot the shit and kind of enjoy ourselves. Sit back, relax, and enjoy it for a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dreams of the Red Wizards. It is the third it's the third campaign series that came out during the transition for D&D Next. So that is what they are currently playing. The players had said, you know what, let's play this. So that is what we are currently going to be playing. This is episode 1. So we have yet to meet our players. We have yet to do anything else. The original date for episode 1 was 2 weeks ago. And no shit, there we were. We had started up the stream. We were getting ourselves ready to go. And suddenly there was a big crash, bang, boom, and the sound of a freight train passing by our house. And what it was a tornado and a bunch of little micro explosions as the little microbursts of wind were blowing trees down and making things explode in my neighborhood, including a tree that fell on the roof of my house. So,
it's right above my bedroom.
Yeah, right above Geo Jr.'s bedroom. So that was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed that. But so here we go for some introductions. We have 6 players. DM Caliente, who is playing the bard for this, had to step away from this game. He did message me prior to this to let me know that he had family obligations and he would not be able to play. We will have a spot open. If you're able to play every other Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, then by all means message me over in Discord. Private message me in Discord. And we will see about getting a person in here. So I will pop that up real quick for all of you. The next thing is we do indeed have stream perks in effect for today's game, which means you can use your stream experience points to harm or help the player characters as they travel through this adventure, as they go through this campaign. You can buy things like heals for the characters or inspiration points or critical hits, or you could buy that kind of stuff for the bad guys that they're fighting as well, or you can drop random encounters on them or traps, or a mimic suddenly jumps out of the woodwork and goes and bites somebody in the ass. This kind of stuff happens. So you guys, the chat, you are my random encounter table. You are what makes it so much fun. And you get to that by typing !store and that'll give you a link that will send you off to our Stream Element store. There's no purchase necessary to get Stream Element experience points. All you have to do is just be a follower, watch, and the longer you watch, the more the more experience points you earn. So you should be able to build up a fair amount of them. We run all sorts of games all week long and have lots of fun doing it. So please, by all means, definitely join us. Checking out some messages here. Give me a moment. Apparently there's a message for me, and there's not a message for me. Okay. So that is how this works out, folks. And let's introduce the couple of players who are here right now. You can go into a little bit of your background, a little bit about what your character is, go into a little bit about who you are as a player, like how many games have you played on my table, where do you come from, that kind of stuff. It's fine to go ahead and give out a little bit of information. Of course, do not give out your home address and telephone number because these people will send raids to your house to screw with you. But
How about my social security?
Oh, sure. Yeah, go ahead. Pass that right out there. Yeah,
Got it.
nothing bad will ever happen of that, right?
No problem.
Shouldn't tell them my credit card number?
224
Yeah.
77 9420.
Okay. Some poor bastard out there just got screwed because my son decided to be an a-hole. That was funny, Alex. Very good. So, matter of fact, since you're the funny...
Everybody knows.
Since you're the funny mofo who's decided that you want to open your mouth and be a jackass, why don't you go ahead and introduce your character and yourself?
Sure, I guess. Oh boy. I'll start with me because it's easier. Hi, I'm Alex, or also Geo Jr. I have played on the table I think 3 times total, including this one. I was a part of the Return of the Wraithborn, I think, in the very beginning, and then I returned later on after a hiatus, and then now I'm here. That's a brief summary of me as a person. Oh gosh, now for the name. So the name of my character in full is Simpolo Atenin Norton Danielo Intolorin Odo Otto Deconin Legelsius Eugene Samuel. And the reason he has all these names is because he is a gnome, but not just any gnome. He is a dark gnome, a deep gnome, or Zwerfneblin. He is middle-aged, and, he just wants to get out into the world and become a pirate, like he desired to be in his youth. And also because he wants to prove to his kids and ex-wife that he can be adventurous.
Awesome, awesome. And the chat says to Geo Jr. that you look good in your prom dress when you finally let the pictures be taken.
Thank goodness.
All right, we will go with Simon. Simon, go ahead and introduce your character, please, sir.
All right, Simon. My character is a kind of a smallish Kenku monk. He came from a background of tragedy because, I wanted to, do something new and different that people normally don't do with D&D. And he has nothing special. His name is spelled WSSSSSSHH because his name is the sound that a stick would make as it swings through the air because he's a Kenku. But he's okay if people call him Whoosh. And he likes shiny things.
Awesome. And why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself as the player?
I am not new to D&D, but I have actually never played a campaign on 5e before. I'm from the ancient world of 2nd and 3.5 editions, and I guess some on 3, but not much. But then life came up and happened, and I didn't have time for it anymore, and now I do. So I'm coming back to play more again, and this is fun and exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. Please don't kill me.
Please, chat, don't hurt me. All right, and we, as you heard, that slight little Weasley voice in the background, kind of poke up. That would be Rathskeller. Rathskeller, why don't you please introduce your character and who you are as a player?
Raskeller. Annoying dwarf rogue. He is a boisterous, loud dwarf who really doesn't care. He's out for doing whatever seems best, whether it's making trouble or doing good. Though he currently is on the run from an old group that he was with because he feels like he screwed them over by squishing one of the PCs, which actually happened in real life 15 years ago, 20 years ago, as he squished the Game Master's wizard.
Yeah, you squished my wizard, but I wasn't a game master then. In that game, I was the player. I was just a player then.
And it was an accident. It was just the dice, but unfortunately, yes, he ran. At this point, he has decided in storyline to run away in shame and make a new life. And he has decided at this point, being a bartender, since he could not own his own inn, is boring, and he needs to get back out and doing stuff because he has the itch again to collect shiny things.
Very good. And tell us a little bit about yourself as a player.
As a player, I've been playing since I was 15, so that would be 25 years ago, playing 2nd edition. Played 3rd edition, 3.5. Never played 4th. Did not play that era at all. Too busy doing other things like raising family. Done many other games. Star Wars is one of my favorites, and Call of Cthulhu. Fantasy Grounds is still something I'm getting used to because I have been playing it only for about 2 years, but I don't get to play as often as I would like to. So I really don't know the controls as much as I will, and I'll probably hear me ask stupid questions going, oh yeah.
Very good, very good. And for those of you who don't already know, okay, Geo Jr., the one who's playing our insanely long named rogue, Svirk Neblin rogue, he is my eldest son. He's my 18-year-old boy. He is graduating from high school in about a month. So there will be a weekend where there will be no games of any kind because we'll be going to graduation and having a party. Then, no, there will not be video of this party. No, I will not go into further details about said party, other than it is a barbecue at my house. And those who know the community relatively well, Murdusk and I have been players together or game masters together for pretty damn near 20 years.
Probably.
Yeah. So he's been one of my longest running players in other than Susie Q for quite some time. So and Murdusk here is the godfather of my eldest daughter, who is also graduating in a month. So yes, we are a weird little yes, Shad. The unicorn may well appear during the graduation party. So that is one of the reasons why there will be no pictures or videos.
Is Susie gonna have pink flamingos out in the yard again?
I hope to God she doesn't have pink flamingos because they may have to have another hit called out on them. And we shall see what we shall see when that happens. But, okay, we do have a number of players who may be joining us in a moment, maybe not joining us in a moment, but we will go ahead and start with the ones who are here. The players have left Waterdeep, and they're on their way to Daggerford. They have been called by Sir Istaval to come to Daggerford because there is a problem. And these characters are the ones that answered his call at the Adventurers Guild Hall in Waterdeep. There is actually an Adventurers Guild Hall in Waterdeep. There's also one in Neverwinter. So just as a point of note, but those are two of the rare locations where Adventurers Guilds are in the Forgotten Realms. They've been called, and as a part of their disguise, these players have signed on with a caravan to go from Waterdeep to Daggerford and deliver some much needed supplies for refugees. And this is how we are going to be starting the game today. By the time the caravan you're with is a day out of Daggerford, a number of refugees, mostly displaced by farmers or other commoners, have joined the train. Everyone has heard news of widespread and unusual raiding by savage humanoids such as gnolls, orcs, and goblins. As the caravan passes south along the tradeway, abandoned and burned farmsteads and thorps are a common sight. The evidence along this part of the road suggests gnolls and goblins. The caravan circles up for the night within sight of a farmstead to the east. The place is bereft of life. A scarecrow leans in a partially plowed field. The fences have been knocked down in places, and doors to the house and barn stand open. So, you are making camp for the evening. We will give it some evening colors here, ladies and gents. Kind of darken her down a touch. And why don't we go ahead and we will pick up with our players. Players, you now have the table. There's no map at the moment, so you have nothing to worry about there. But the three of you are sitting around a campfire. We will meet the other players as we get to them.
Okay.
Well, if we're circling up for the night, I'm going to start to set up a campfire, I guess.
Okay, you start setting up a campfire, which is not a difficult prospect. It's relatively easy in your line of work. So you set up the campfire, and as you're doing so, and you're beginning, to kind of get yourselves settled in for a dinner, you notice that each of the small groups begin to kind of break off into their own little huddled masses around their own little campfires to make dinner. There are some refugees, the farmers, commoners. They kind of camp a little separately, a little ways away, not very far from the caravan, the safety of the caravan where the guards are. The guards are being posted out and around. They seem to be relatively alert, quote unquote. It's been a pretty standard travel. You've been traveling for about 4 days at this point, and it's become a pretty standard thing. They don't really expect too many problems, but with the ruins of all these farmsteads, they're a little more alert than they typically would be.
How far away are we from the scarecrow that you mentioned?
Oh, it's not very far, maybe a quarter mile. It's within easy sight distance of you.
Oh, you said there was a scarecrow.
Yep, the farmstead has a scarecrow outside it.
And it's like a quarter of a mile away?
Yep.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yep. Most of the refugees and a fair amount of the regular caravan people, they all kind of take a little bit of a wide berth around your little group. After all, a kind of a gruff and tumble dwarf with chaws on a cigar constantly, a little deep gnome, gray skinned, looking like a stone, and a bird-like man, traveling together is a little unusual for most of them. And they kind of look sideways at you. They understand that you're there for the protection and safety of the caravan, and they welcome you well enough, but none of them are really willing to talk to you too terrible much or to offer you food or any other such assistance.
Just to clarify, more like a man-like bird. And also, anybody that comes within 20 feet of us, I wave at them and say hi.
I am.
Hello.
Hey, it's Mass and it's Ellie.
Greetings.
They're both here.
Hi. I just got home.
Not a problem. The table is open for both of you. We are currently live.
Yeah, I didn't want to be rude because I knew we were probably live, so.
That's just fine. That's just fine. You two can pop right in. So, people who are watching, give us one moment while we get the other players here.
It's Oily Turtle Flates Wizard, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, we have a lot of viewers on tonight.
Really? How many viewers are on tonight?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, if you count in Simon.
Damn!
And that's not including me and Shad.
Yeah, that's also not including the people we don't see who are doing things like on apps on their phones and stuff like that, so.
So it's just
So one moment, please, folks, while we adjust things on our screens and such, and I'll give our two other players an opportunity once they get on the table.
I'm on the table.
Yeah, it looks like they're both on the table.
Awesome. Alrighty, so why don't we go ahead and we'll do an introduction for those two as well, since we just got through introductions for the other three. Let's go through some introductions for the other two. Why, thank you so very much for that follow, Perrin. All right, so why don't we do Kepley? Kepley, go ahead and introduce your character and introduce yourself as a player, please.
Oh, well, my character is a Dragonborn character. He's a barbarian. Let me just pull it up real quick.
Take your time, take your time.
His background is, I'm gonna butcher the hell out of it. Guard tribe member. He's a Dragonborn green race. And about me, I'm a person from, well, I'm someone from New York who enjoys D&D for one-offs, but this is my first time joining a campaign.
Excellent. Yes, because Mass, you were in season 1 of Delver Society, my dungeon races last year, and got to cause all sorts of wonderful hell then.
Yes.
Well, let's go on with Lorathana.
Hi, I'm Laura Thona. I am a priestess of. Yeah, I think I'm gonna totally ruin this. It's not Sunye. It's like Su. How do you say it? It's not
Sune. It's just
Sune.
Sune.
Oh,
Sune. I am a priestess of Sune, and I am on a missionary mission to raise awareness for my church. I am played by Ellie from at Beholder Gaming, and I have been in a few quests with Geo. I think maybe a couple pickups with the Sisterhood, the Maidens, the Geo Maidens, and I was in a couple of Delver Society games too.
Yep, you sure were.
I always play clerics.
Always play the clerics. Usually a dwarf cleric. This is a new one for her. Human. She's kind of branching out. She's going human. So, all right. So while the two players who just joined the table are getting themselves kind of prepared and they're sitting down, getting their butts in position, there's no map at the moment. As you can see, it's kind of dark. We're going to be going through the campsite here in a moment. But I've reposted in chat on the table for the two of you the introduction. And the fact that Lord Istaval is waiting for you in Daggerford. That's why all of you are traveling from Waterdeep to Daggerford. You've been on the road for 4 days, and all the rest of the information is popped up there for you in chat. Meanwhile, since we have so many new viewers out there, chatters, those of you who are in chat are actually my random encounter tables. You guys can help me by helping or hindering the party by using your stream experience points or cheering bits, either one. Does not matter which. That will help decide certain things. You can drop encounters on them. You can heal the players, give them inspiration points. You can do all sorts of beautiful, wonderful things to their characters or for their characters, as the case may be. We are also not a safe for work stream. So if you're watching us at work and you have the volume turned up and you're tee-hee and giggling along with you are going to hear F-bombs be dropped on you. You are going to hear some pretty colorful, swearing and phrases come out of our mouths that will probably harm your children's psyche if they're anywhere nearby. And if you're under the age of 18 and you happen to be watching this, you had better get your parents' permission before you start watching the entire episode. But that being said, and the fact that, one of my children are actually playing this game, I am responsible for my child's well-being, and I know he hears a hell of a lot worse out of his mother's and my mouth when we're away from the stream than what he hears during a stream. So, all right, Shad, you're getting it started off early. Gotcha. Not a problem. I'll hit them up for that and meet way off the bat. So, here you are at your campsite. The 5 of you are kind of sitting around. Once again, you got a human, you've got a bird, you've got a dragonborn, you got a little, rock-faced gnome and a dour-looking dwarf chewing on a cigar. The 5 of you are sitting around, and then, in the darkness kind of thing, around the campfire, making some dinner for yourselves.
I'm not.
You're not?
Someone's making it for me. Who's going to make my dinner for me?
Well, Simpolo is a very fatherly figure. He was a father for 110 years after all. So, he still is a father. So, I figure Simpolo will just try to make everybody food.
Okay. Then I didn't say that out loud.
I welcome the making of food for me.
Okay. And so what is our gnome going to make? What kind of stew or some such thing is the gnome going to make?
Well, I think, I don't have the meats and stuff that I would normally have back at home. So I think I'm going to try to make a beef stew just without all of the ingredients I would normally have.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and make me why don't we go with a wisdom check in the tower? And we'll see how good your stew is.
Regular wisdom?
A regular wisdom check. Okay. Why, do you have proficiency in something that I do not know?
Nope.
Okay. So while you are doing that, the 5 of you, you can smell the wonderful smells coming out of the cook pot. And it seems that Simpolo is doing a pretty good job of cooking. What you all notice is there's a strange light coming from the east. That farmstead, that burned out farmstead that's to the east of your camp, well, it seems that the scarecrow that Whoosh was so intent on looking at before, it seems it to be on fire.
Is there anything special looking about the fire?
Is this racially charged?
Well, you don't know. From a quarter mile off, you are not quite sure what may be going on. So it does look like a humanoid burning. That's what it looks like. I mean, from this far off, and Whoosh, your eyesight is probably a little bit better than the others. I mean, you got bird eyes after all. It looks like a humanoid who's on fire. I mean, that it's, that right there is the scarecrow that you had seen during the daylight hours, but it's on fire now. It wasn't on fire before. It's on fire now.
Just normal yellow fire?
Normal everyday yellow fire.
Okay.
Wait. Can I make a perception check to listen to see if I hear anything besides the crackling of the local campfires? perhaps the sound of something approaching.
Okay. I will allow you to make a choice. You can either use a perception check or an investigation check. Now, for my players, since it's a lot of you, this is your first time on my table. A perception check would be considered a bonus action during combat, but the DC is 5 higher than it would be for an investigation check, which would be considered an action. So it's your choice. You can use investigation, which will make the DC 5 lower, or you can use perception. Your choice.
I will go ahead and investigate.
Okay.
Do you want it
in
the
tower? Yep. Insight, investigation, perception, and a few other things will always be rolled in the tower. Unless I say I just want to taunt you with your poor rolling out in the open. Okay, so from Simpolo's investigation, he listens intently for a moment. He kind of holds his hand and cups his ear, and he listens for a moment. And what you can hear is maybe the sounds of cheering or laughing coming from that direction. It'd be in the farmstead area. It wouldn't be. It's not close by.
What kind of cheering, though?
Well, this Simpolo is the only one who can hear it. The rest of you can't.
Oh.
Wait, of the burnt, destroyed farmstead?
Of the destroyed farmstead that currently has the scarecrow on fire. Yes.
Wait, who would be in that right now?
As a note, the guards that are out and around the caravan right now, they have spread out in such a way, and they're actually looking in the opposite direction. They don't see any of this stuff. Hey, Aiden, thank you very much for that follow.
I'm going to relay this to the rest of the group. Simpolo will say something along the lines of, fellows, it seems to me that there's some cheering going on over there.
Kind of cheering.
I don't know what kind of cheering. I'm gonna stop with that accent because clearly I can't maintain a
you can't do Cockney.
an accent.
It's
at
hard.
All, so
it's okay.
Forget that. Anyway,
it's okay. It's a good try. Keep trying different accents. Maybe we'll just
shoot,
get
what do I-
schizophrenic.
Don't tell him to do that. You should hear the accents he rolls through in the house. It's
we'll
freaking
just think he's schizophrenic.
He could be. He could be.
Okay. Whoops.
Maybe each of his names has a personality.
Oh God, there we go.
You're welcome, Alex.
Oh, that'd be great, but no, that. Oh no, certainly not. I'm just going to relay it back to the group that there's cheering coming from over there, and that it seems to be like a happy party cheering kind of thing, which is odd since that was just burned down and destroyed.
I will say that sounds nice.
I don't think it's.
I look at the rest of the people that have followed the caravan and joined up, and most everybody seems downtrodden and sour, correct?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
refugees and the commoners that had joined the caravan as the caravan's been traveling are all definitely not a happy group.
And all you see is me trying to get as far away from them as possible and not touching them and not having anything to do with them.
So, which is strangely enough, you are the only one that the refugees actually want to speak to. You're they come to you and oh priestess, please heal us. Oh, look at my baby, it's got leprosy. And they shove it in your arms and stuff. It's like an absolute worst nightmare for you, because here you are in your gorgeous robes made of pure ivory white with thread of gold inlays on it, your crimson red sash of office, and you look absolutely gorgeous. You take 3 hours every day to comb out the locks of your hair, and
Oh yeah.
you're just like,
yeah, it's ridiculous.
oh yeah, you're just like absolutely perfect. And they're like, here, take this, and here's this muddy, nasty looking baby with oozing sores that they're shoving at you and staining your robe and such.
I kind of give Rathskel a nudge and point at her and make a low sound of a child laughing.
just shake my head and mumble stuff about I don't know how she ever walked into the bar I worked in and tolerated things. And things don't change.
Nope, they never do.
Wait, did we ever figure
Also,
out?
I say hello to everybody who comes up to talk to her.
Okay. And what'd you say, Junior?
I don't remember. Did we ever figure out if my food was tasty?
Your food is tasty. It smells really good, but it smells probably pretty good. It probably is going to taste really good.
Wait,
But you had
have
noticed
we
this burning thing.
have we noticed? Wait, has the food been burnt yet?
The food is not burned yet. This is all taking place in a matter of a few seconds. So
Okay.
we can have a lot of exposition in just a couple of seconds. So
My
it works.
character just stares at the food.
Okay. All right. So the barbarian appears to be hungry. The Sverfneblin has pointed out a location that seems to be possibly in trouble.
Here, I'll dish out some food real quick because you can't go adventuring on an empty stomach, obviously.
Okay.
I take my spoon, dig it into the food, just jam it into my mouth, and then begin to wander off as I lick the spoon.
I would never let my kids go off without eating a good dinner first.
Is Simpolo the one that made this food?
Simpolo did make
I
this
am.
food, yes.
He's the rock.
Yes, he is.
Thing, right?
Yes, he is the little rock thing. Actually, that's probably the best way. You wouldn't call him a Sverfneblin.
I know.
You wouldn't call him a deep gnome. He's a rock
I wouldn't
thing.
know that, right? Rock creature. This is very good. I didn't think that something that looked like you would be able to make something like this.
Yeah, he looks like an old dried wart.
I have made many things in my lifetimes, much of which far better than anything you've probably ever seen.
Wait, did the scarecrow have any clothes on? I just want to know this.
It was pretty far off. Your dragonborn eyes probably wouldn't be
Okay.
able to see it.
Okay.
So, okay, so I guess you guys are going to eat and just ignore the burning scarecrow?
No, I
like food.
I got a spoonful of food, start
Okay.
licking the spoon, and I'm wandering off towards the burning scarecrow.
Okay. All right. It doesn't take you long to find a road that kind of passes to the north of it, because you're coming from the east. Passes north of it, and then it goes down its east side of it. Does anybody else wish to approach it as well?
Fuck no.
Okay.
No, I'd rather eat.
Okay. All right. So we got two of the players are going to stay back at the camp so far.
I'll wander behind him a little ways, but before I do that, I will probably say something like, "If you don't go looking for trouble, it will bite your beak off."
Okay. What about you, Sempolo?
Well, here's the thing. I don't really want anybody going different directions, so I have to keep an eye on all of the kids, obviously, because I don't want anybody getting hurt.
Well, the ones that are at camp will probably not be hurt, considering most of the people there are actually terrified of Kepley, because he is a huge, hulking, lizard-like creature that can spit, terrible things at people. There's probably legends going around camp already about what Kepley can do, even though nobody's ever seen him do a thing. And from everything you've been able to perceive so far, the refugees actually kind of like Laura quite a bit. She's kind of like their favorite.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So your choice is you can go with the two who look like they're about ready to go find some trouble, or stay here and protect your pot of stew.
So yeah, the troublesome kids are probably the ones that need my supervision the most. So I'm gonna go up to Kepley and go, son, make sure and stay safe while I go follow off after the more troublesome folk.
And just for clarification, any following I'm doing is like at a distance of like 10 or 20 feet.
Okay, not a problem.
And can I follow behind them stealthily?
If Simpolo is going, then Laura is going
Okay.
right after him.
All right. No problem. Not a problem.
Oh gosh, but that would leave Kepley all alone.
So we didn't see what caught the scarecrow on fire, did we?
No.
I'm going to search for
that's what happens
tracks and things like that.
Okay.
That's what happens when you feed something; it follows you.
All right. So Rat, you go ahead and in the tower make me a survival check. All right. We have Whoosh following about 10 feet or so behind Rat. We've got Simpolo kind of catching up with Whoosh, and Laura is coming up behind Simpolo. Kepley, are you just going to sit at the camp and just eat?
For now.
For now? Okay. But you're going to keep your eye out, I'm assuming, to kind of watch and see if there's any trouble?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait,
all right.
can I get stealthy, please?
Can you
Nope.
get stealthy?
Well, Simpolo is going to attempt to sneak around a bit.
Okay. Well, I just want to let you know, if you're going to sneak, it's going to take, like, you're going to have to do double movement in order to move. And with your little legs, you're not going to keep up with your kids.
That's all right. I'm going to follow him anyway.
That's fine.
All right, then I guess I'll have to do that. Then jog behind him.
Okay. All right. Not a problem. I mean, you'll stay out of sight. You know, you'll aim for sticking to bushes and small spaces and stuff like that to kind of look like a rock as you move along. I totally understand what you're going for. Kepley, just to let you know, if something goes down on this farm, it's going to take you 5 rounds to reach the party to help. I just want to let you know.
Okay.
That's a warning called "Don't turn into my wizard from Ravenborn," because he's the most athletic guy in the party now. Because that's all he does is run.
Yep, he just ran around like a Scooby-Doo villain. It was freaking hilarious. All right, so here we are on the map. You guys are in the northeast corner of the map. The little vegetable garden, kind of in the dead center left-hand side of the map, is where the scarecrow is. Matter of fact, I'll even put a little circle. That's where the scarecrow is right there. May not be able to see it since it's kind of like a blackish red color in the middle of all the green.
I don't even see where you put it.
I don't even see it either.
If you scroll down the map a little ways, you'll see that there's kind of a break. There's like the farm to the
there we
north and
go.
the farm to the south, right in the middle
there
between
you go.
those. Yep.
I was trying to zoom the map out as small as possible,
me
and that's all I can do.
Yep. So, what you see is that, okay? This is the farm that you're coming up onto. Wrath, you look around and you do indeed see on the ground a number of things. First off, what you see is the whole place has been ransacked and looted. It's obvious, very obvious. It looks like, grain has been like cut open and like broken barrels and boxes are like strewn coming out of doors and broken windows. You can see that there's some long arrows kind of plucked into the walls in certain places and into doors and wooden window frames. You also can see that there is maybe some blood on the ground a little bit to your south, kind of to that walkway that goes to the into the house there, and it's that little walled-in area. There seems to be, maybe it's blood, maybe it's just a wet spot on the ground right there at that little intersection. But you're going to have to get closer and give me either a history or a nature check to kind of look around.
Okay, I would like to approach very cautiously at this point since it's been ransacked and there is signs of fighting going on. So I will kind of sneak over to that direction. I would definitely like to make sure I'm not seen as I pull my black hood up over my head.
Okay. What I would like is everybody, before we start taking any actions at this point, I would like everybody to roll me an initiative, just so I can keep everybody straight and make sure everybody has a fair opportunity to do something. That also gives us an idea, yes, including Kepley. That way, just in case Kepley wants to like come running in because it's like boring as shit over at the campsite, he can come running in and be like, "All right, I got this."
You got a 1.
So,
Oh,
yeah, she got a 1. That's funny as hell. But, all right. So, we will go ahead and we'll start right off at the top. All right. So, Kepley, do you want to do anything while you are over there?
I just want to eat.
Okay. You take a hearty spoonful of food and eat. You may go ahead and advance your turn, sir.
Right. Um,
For those of you who cannot remember or haven't used Fantasy Grounds in a while, if you open up the combat tracker, which is the sword in the top right corner of Fantasy Grounds, it'll open your combat tracker. There's a down arrow on the combat tracker that will be your next
There we go.
person button. All right, Whoosh, it is your turn.
I'm just kind of, picking any lumps of stuff that I can find out of my stew with my beak, because my beak doesn't handle fluids very well. And
Okay.
I'm mostly here for curiosity. I'm just like, where's he going? What's up? I'm just watching.
All right, all right.
So I guess I'll just kick on to Zabolo.
Awesome sauce, my boss. I guess Simpolo, he's a bit new to this whole adventure thing, so I think he kind of doesn't want to jump into the fray or anything like that. So he's gonna sneak over behind this tree here and stealth.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth in the tower. Okay, I've got it.
Cool beans. And did the stealth consume an action?
It is a part of your action, yes.
All right, so that was a full action. I can't
Yep.
prepare one.
Nope.
In which case, can I use just a regular perception check as a bonus action to, get my bearings, listen for that cheering once more, that festivity.
Yep, you sure can. We're in the tower once again. You don't hear it quite as loud as you had heard it before, but it does seem to be coming from the southwest of your current location. Somewhere beyond the wall of the farmstead to your immediate west.
It's moving?
Sounds like it's getting closer.
I'll pass the turn.
Rat.
All right, like I said, at this point, I am definitely sneaking along. Going to try to move up and follow along the wall. You're saying that the blood seems to be before the wall, or
It looks like it is like right about there.
that
There's
area?
like a
Okay.
bunch of dark patches right there that just don't look right to you. And I mean, since you have dark vision and such, you can kind of sort of see stuff but it's always black and white in dark vision for dwarves. So it looks unusual. It just looks weird. I mean, the rest of the ground around you is all dry. The road is dry, so why would those spots be wet? And they kind of have this weird glistening effect to them.
Okay. Those sides to the road, is that just like a shallow thing, or is that actually like a steep?
It's a little bit of an embankment that kind of climbs up a little bit. It'd be considered difficult terrain to kind of move up those.
Okay. I'm just going to hug along the side of those.
Okay.
Just trying to see if I have anything long like a staff. I don't remember what my inventory is since I made it 3 weeks ago. No. Okay. I will take out my. I'll move up right next to it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna take out my crowbar and kind of poke at it, see if it's viscous fluid or if it's more of a thin fluid.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me... Go ahead and give me a nature or a medicine or a history check, your choice. All of those would be going into the tower, any one of those. And this would be considered a quote-unquote action for you.
Okay, you said nature, medicine, or history?
Yes. Okay. All right. With your nature check. All right. So you reach out and poke it and stuff. And what you do is you do determine that that is indeed blood that's on the ground. But as you are poking it around with your crowbar, you see that there's some bloody fangs and what looks like a wolf's paw, maybe like a severed wolf's paw. All the evidence that you currently see points that these are gnolls, that gnolls came here and made some sort of attack within the last few days. The blood is tacky. It has been drying, obviously, and has begun to clump in the dirt.
I will hold up my fist to make everybody kind of stop, and then I'll just kind of stick up one finger and kind of wave it forward and kind of try to make a motion for slow.
Okay, so you start gesturing. Give me a performance check. And I would like Ellie and Whoosh to please give me an insight check.
Okay.
Ellie, you're going to do
That's
this at
probably horrible.
disadvantage.
That's fair.
That's probably horrible with my lovely charisma of -1.
Okay.
I know everything.
Okay. So, the two of you just see Rat waving his hands and making all sorts of weird, rude hand gestures at you. You have not a clue what he is trying to tell you silently. By the way, Rat, here was your roll.
Yes!
0. You did not get your idea across to the other players. Even
My gloves are too thick.
Simpolo, who can see you and has Thieves' Cant as well, has not a clue what you're saying.
What does this kid do?
Because I wasn't using Thieves' Cant.
But Rat, you can go ahead and advance your turn.
Yeah, I was just trying to get the combat tracker up because I didn't have it up. Oh, hang on, that's a party sheet. What am I doing?
QQ noob. Ellie, your turn. What would Laura like to do?
Well, first I'm gonna yell, "What are you doing?" really loud to Wrath.
Do you respond, Rat?
I'm sorry, I was reading something real quick. What was that again?
Go ahead. Say it again, Laura.
What are you doing?
She says that loudly, like she yells at you.
Shh!
Why?
There's gnolls around here. Be quiet.
Do I know what a gnoll is?
You could make a history or a nature check to determine if you know what a gnoll is.
One moment, please.
Oh, yeah, you know what a gnoll is. They're like these
By
hyena humanoid things.
Have I seen one before?
You haven't seen one, but you have heard them described to you. You've led a pretty sheltered life. You probably haven't seen one, but you know they smell and they like eat their young, and you know they're absolutely hideous creatures.
Where are they? And why didn't you just say that?
I stick my hand in my face in my hand and just sob.
Aww.
Oh my god. Hey, daughter, can you just shh?
DM clarification. We're here to like guard the caravan, right?
Nope.
More or less.
I'm not. I'm here on a mission for my church.
More or less, you're using the caravan to get from point A to point B because you want to talk to Lord Istaval. or Sir Isteval in Daggerford. So you are using the caravan to go from Waterdeep to Daggerford.
Right. But was part of our way to attach ourselves to the caravan, or did we just show up like, hey, we're going with you guys?
No, it was a part. You were attached here as part of your cover to move from one location to the next. Yes, the caravan master knows that that's what you're here for. Is that you're going to Daggerford to speak to Sir Isteval, but nobody else does.
Okay, just checking.
All right, so Laura, would you like to do anything else other than apparently make the dwarf cry?
And it was Sempo that told her to be like quiet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not quite my name. It's Simpolo.
Yeah, Simpolo, whatever, Sempo.
By the way, I have to apologize now, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to hear Susie Q talking in the background. She is currently playing in Tomb of Annihilation on Rob Tui's table. And they're just beginning their game, so her loud ass is going to be in the background.
I like go over to him like I'm trying to be sneaky, but not really. Like when little kids try to like sneak, and then I go, "What is going on?"
Aw, it's cute. She tried to sneak.
I heard some stuff. We saw some problems, like a little fire, some weird cheering. Now, due to interesting circumstances of the region, our entire caravan could be in danger. So we gotta be a little quiet.
Sorry. He could have just said that.
Ooh, Urash, thanks for subbing again for 2 months in a row. Thank you very, very much for that. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are arguing Laurel versus fucking Yanni out there, we discovered something very important. Well, no. We actually discovered something scientific.
Okay.
3 of us out of the 6 who live in our household, which is 2 adults, 4 kids, 3 of us can hear Laurel. 3 of us hear Yanni. However, the 3 who hear Yanni are also the same 3 people in our families, that'd be Susie and our youngest 2, who had tubes in their ears when they were younger. The 3 who don't are the ones who didn't.
Oh my God.
And the reason why is because of the tubes in the ears. It gives them a different register on what they can hear versus what they can't hear. So there is actually a scientific reason behind it. We did figure it out finally, so that is the
I'll
right
have
way.
to ask Michelle that because she hears Laurel and I hear Yanni.
So there you go. But anyway, all right, so go ahead, continue. Sorry about interrupting game for that silliness.
It's all right.
Oh, right. So the reason he didn't say anything is because he's a bit of a gruff fellow.
Oh, it's my turn now.
Well, I mean, I really just walked over there and talked. So
Yes. And okay, for my players, okay, this is another one of the house rules, a little bit of the table rules kind of thing, is that
Yeah.
every round, the initiative automatically changes.
Okay.
So you will never have the same initiative from round to round unless it is re-rolled automatically that way for you. So it kind of adds that extra bit of chaos to everything. So whoosh, here you are standing in the middle. You have a human woman is yelling, and now she's sneaking like a 4-year-old over to the gnome. The dwarf is poking something on the ground and, making rude hand gestures in your direction. Well, you don't know if they're rude. You've never seen a dwarf make hand gestures like that before. But
Are you
dwarves
sure
are
I've never
rude.
seen gestures like that before?
Well, not like that.
Wait.
Nobody's seen gestures like that before.
Okay.
I might have broke my hand doing that.
Wait, when did Stonefingers get ahead of me? I had a 21.
I just said that it automatically re-rolls every round, so no one will ever have the same initiative.
I was okay.
Now you guys also know why my last name is Stonefingers.
Yeah, he did that. He did that weird, clappy thing where he's just waving his hand around and making the weird clap noise. What's the sound of one hand clapping?
oh,
So Whoosh is just like, man, mammals are so weird. And I'm gonna kind of wander up over here to next to Wrath.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna kind of poke him and be like, so like, there's gnolls around, and also, do I notice the teeth on the ground?
I just looked at your character sheet. You don't have dark vision, but you are close enough, and you have a high enough perception to be able to kind of notice this stuff. Now that Rat has disturbed it, you see the severed wolf's paw. You see the bloody fangs. You see the caked mud, and which is like blood and dirt mixed together. You can see all those things. So, and you can, since you're a bird and you kind of have kind of a bigger beak. Sorry, no pun intended, but pun intended. You can kind of smell the iron from the blood, mixed with the dirt.
Right, and this is not the first time I've smelled blood. But so okay, so I can see the teeth. So I'm totally gonna like pick the teeth up. And I'm asking him like, so there's gnolls around? Are we hanging out here for a reason? Let's see, what would I say? I would say, um, are we here for a reason with gnolls?
They're the Marauders.
Is that our job?
Not necessarily, but these people need our help.
I like my feathers. I like how they sit on me. I want to keep them. And also, I'm picking up those teeth. So can I
Okay.
put those on my inventory?
Yes, you can. You can put those in your inventory. I don't have anything for you to put in your inventory as far as teeth go, but you can go ahead and make that entry. Put in canine teeth. You'll have 4 of them.
I was going to pick those up and give them to somebody as a necklace.
You gotta be fast when there's a bird around.
They're not shiny, but they are definitely different. And once you're done doing that,
And
you
you
may
said
go ahead
4?
and advance your turn. Yep, there's 4 of them. You may go ahead and advance your turn once you're done with that.
Boom.
Rat, your turn.
So do we still hear the cheering that some polo heard?
Yes, now all of you can hear it. You can hear it's not so much cheering at this point. Now it sounds almost like people are speaking. Like there sounds like an authoritative voice and a couple of like choruses of other voices that respond to it. And they
The
are definitely
human
getting
voices?
closer to the southwest. You can't make them out yet. At this point, they're only noise.
All right, so you're saying southwest, so somewhere down towards like the very bottom of the map type area.
Somewhere towards probably the. You know what? You can give me a perception check as a bonus action or an investigation check as an action, and I will give you a more pinpointed
Hey,
location.
y'all know me.
In the tower?
Yes,
I got
please.
A ton of shit. Now I've
All
recently started
right.
running games. So
You know it's coming from
if you don't
roughly
know
in
me,
the
look that
same
shit up.
location as the burning scarecrow.
Lovely. I am going to kind of hoof up the little hill there because I'm not walking in the blood. As I'm walking by, I'm going to pick up the bloody wolf's paw.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget, what's my speed in this character? 30?
25.
25?
Yep.
And you said
25.
And you said that thing is rough terrain right there, so
Mm-hmm.
can probably get here.
Yep. Surely can. I am a pilot, and don't call me Shirley.
Okay, and can I stealth at this point?
As an action, you can. Yes.
Okay.
Put that in the tower for me as well. Excellent. Thank you.
On to Kepley.
Alrighty, Kepley.
Yes.
You guys gonna keep eating?
No, I'm actually just gonna down the whole thing and just run as fast as I can to them because I heard yelling beforehand.
Yep, you did get to hear. Laura yell. You didn't know what she was yelling, but it was definitely
No,
her
I'm just gonna.
high-pitched, strident voice that like
Mm.
makes your ear holes hurt. You know it was her. So
Yes.
it'll take you a total of 5 rounds to get there, starting at this point. So we are currently on round 2. You will be there on round 6.
Okay.
Alrighty, and I will put you on the map when you get there. So you may go ahead and advance your turn, sir. Alright, Sempolo.
Well, he doesn't know what everybody else knows. So he's going to wander over this way next to Wrath.
Are you staying stealth or no?
Yes, I'm staying stealth. So
Then
I
you
can't
will
really
have
make it
half
that far, can
movement.
I?
To clear your movement, if you do not know how to do this, to clear your movement, you just pick up your token and drop it, and it'll clear your movement. You can redraw it if you wish.
Oh. Cool.
Mm-hmm. The more you know. Do.
All right, so Simpolo is gonna move about there, within line of sight ish, within his field of view of Wrath Scala, and try to get his attention, and through thieves' cant try to convey that someone approaches.
Okay. So you can go ahead and whisper rat directly with your, whatever you want to say in Thieves' Cant. And to whisper a player, I'll type it into chat for you guys. Don't put the dashes in front of it like I just did. Okay, what you do is it's \W, and then you can type the first 3 letters of the character's name and hit the tab button, and it'll finish filling it out, which is really going to be funny when somebody tries to whisper Sempolo, because it basically is going to fill your entire chat bar. And then hit space and hit the message, and that will whisper that person directly. All right, and so Sempolo, if you are done, you can go ahead and advance your turn, so we don't have to wait for you to type out whatever you're typing. All right, Laura, it is your turn.
It's how dark is it right now? I mean, I have human eyes. What can I really see?
It is pretty damn dark, but
Yeah.
with that scarecrow being on
Yeah.
fire, it kind of lights up that southern horizon for you. Like, so you can see. I mean, I'm sure you've seen like fire behind a building before, so you can see like the shape and the outline of it.
Yeah.
That weird halo
Just
effect.
stretched shadows and yeah.
Yes, that is what you see ahead of you. So you can kind of see like that vegetable garden to the south of Rat. You can kind of see like shapes. You can see the shapes of Rat. You can see the shapes of Whoosh and Sempolo. You can see far off to the east. You can see the camp. That
Okay,
you
that's
guys
not
came
too
from.
bad. Okay.
So it's not bad. I mean, there is enough light that you can kind of make out shapes within a specific range. I mean, 60-ish feet. You can see that.
I'm going to stay right where I am.
Okie dokie. So you stay under the tree.
Did I just lose to my turn and then get my turn again?
Yes, you did.
I've still decided to do the same thing that I was going to decide to do. Actually, can I just hold my turn until
something happens?
Yeah, I don't know what that's something what I'm really waiting to do.
Okay, not a problem.
I guess, yeah. I'm holding it for something.
That's absolutely fine. Okay, so Polo, it is your turn.
And Jeff, can I ask you, what's that first bar at the top of that vegetable garden?
It looks like it probably once was some kind of viney plant, so probably tomatoes or some such thing that were growing up along a trellis.
Okay, so I was wondering if that was like a fence type thing right there. Okay.
Yeah, it's a trellis. All right, Sempolo.
Awesome. Okay.
Sempoyo.
So Simpolo, as he recalls it, is just going to continue moving to the other side of the building. He's just going to continue moving around to the other side of the building.
Okay, you just let me know when you're done moving.
I can only move half speed while maintaining stealth, right?
Correct. Absolutely correct.
Is that rounded up?
It's rounded down. It's always rounded down.
Oh man.
Yes, the two dwarves need boots of striding and springing.
You mean a gnome and a dwarf?
Or gnome, yeah, gnome. Sorry, he's not playing a Durgar. Sorry.
Just say the two short people.
Short
And
people got
then
no
can
reason
I
to
make
live.
then can I make an investigation to see if I can figure out the the type of origin of this sound?
What would be making the sound? Instead of investigation, why don't you give me a nature in the tower? You are not quite sure what it could be. Let me just double check. Yeah, you have no idea what it could be. None whatsoever. It's a humanoid. It's definitely making yipping and yapping noises.
Okay.
Kepley, you have 4 more rounds of running before you're there.
Yes. Also, do I see anything on my way there?
All you can see is, you know what? I will whisper you something. Give me a. Since all you're doing is running, give me just a regular perception check. At advantage in the tower, please.
How's perception?
It'd be under your skills section on your character sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure to click the ADV button underneath the chat. That would give you advantage. Roll it one more time. That way I'll take the higher of the two. There we go. Now you got it. All right, that works. That works. All right, I'm going to whisper you something, and you can go ahead and advance your turn while I whisper it.
Okay.
Okay, so these noises that Simpolo was hearing, only he's hearing those, right?
No, all of you can hear the noises at this point.
Okay. Where were they
Matter of
coming
fact, here I'll even. Well, only Kepley cannot hear them
Damn it.
because he's too far away to really hear them. But the rest of you, the 4 of you who are here, you can now hear them plain as day. And this is what I mean. They're yipping and yapping, but maybe some of you might be able to understand this. There you go. That is what's being said. And if you can't understand that, if you can't read it in chat, that means that you have not a clue what they're saying, and it's just a bunch of yipping and yapping noises.
Man, those are so weird. Okay, so I'm gonna scooch up again next to Wrath.
Okay.
And once again, I'm gonna kind of nudge him and be like, "Do we have a purpose here? Do we need to be here? Teeth hurt."
Pointy sticks hurt more than teeth. As I point to my sword.
Yeah, I mean, okay. And where was the barking noises and such coming from?
The yipping and yapping is coming from roughly the same location as the burning
Right. Okay.
scarecrow.
So the yard, this fenced in area in front of us. Do I see anything alarming there?
Other than the fact the place is broken down, like it's obvious somebody broke into the place. They broke out the windows. It's been trashed. There's like crockery broken out on the ground and like old boxes of stuff that have been like ripped apart. Clothing
I mean,
splayed
like
everywhere.
perception wise, I'm not perceiving anything that would scare me about this or
No,
be
no,
concerning or of note.
no, nothing of note. Nothing that's sticking out without you going in there and investigating it.
Okay. Can I oh wait, no, I can't do that because I'll be just short. All right, I guess that's all I'm doing. Just like, do we need to be here?
Alrighty. Now, as a note,
No one.
languages are an important thing, and if you wish to utilize languages
Yeah.
in the chat, I don't care what you use, just don't use common. That little drop down thing in the chat actually has all the languages each of your individual characters can speak. I don't think I added. Did I add Thieves' Cant to this one? No, I did not add Thieves' Cant.
Nope.
But I will add it in the future. If you're going to speak common, just keep it, where the blank spot is for the language. Because anytime you type a language, it will say understood by, and I get like 4 messages telling me who it's understood by. So please don't put common in. But go ahead, Rat. What are you going to do?
Okay, well, since I can only move half movement, I'm not going to move very far.
And since we have so many rogues, I also want to let you all know that the rogues, when they do their stealth, unless they specifically say they're hiding from the player characters, you guys can see them no matter how well or how poorly they do on their stealth checks, unless you lose sight of them. So, for example,
Okay.
like if Sempolo goes around the corner, nobody will be able to see him. So, like if Ellie goes running around the corner and Sempolo happens to be like right there at the corner, she will trip over him because she didn't see him. But otherwise, like for example, Rat is right here next to Whoosh. Whoosh, you can see him plain as day because he's hiding from other things. He's not hiding from you guys.
Right. How tall is that fence?
That fence is it's a stone fence. It's this little like half wall. And it's about 3.5 feet tall. So it's over Sempolo's head.
Is that gate open?
The gate is broken, actually, and open. Yes.
Yay, I can stand in front of the gate.
Okay. You could use your action to dash inside if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Okay. All right, so as you're dashing inside,
Do I perceive any screams or crunching noises or like any wet?
Great, there's a
smashes
giant
or
pit.
anything?
there's a pit right there. Could I please have a dexterity saving throw
yeah,
out of Rat?
Thanks, Furied. Thanks a lot, Furied.
Oh,
Love
you
it.
should've let me go
You knew it was
first.
going to happen sometime. You had to.
So dexterity saving throw.
Yeah,
I've got
dexterity
torches,
saving
I
throw.
can use-
You should have let me go first. My acrobatics through the roof.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
I think I need to
Excellent.
change my dice color.
And Dwarf falls down a hole.
Do I observe that?
Yes. 1 minute he is walking through the gate, the next minute, whoosh! He's down the hole. And by the way, it wasn't Fate who did that. That was Shadsar who bought that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was hanging. I'm cheating and metagaming too hard.
Try to wedge
Uh,
the-
I placed that like a long ass time ago, like long before I asked you guys to roll me initiative. All right, so yeah, you're out of actions and such there, my friend. You just fell down a hole. And the pit trap, of course, does not go because it is an inanimate object. Simpolo, you did not see your friend fall down the pit, but he did indeed fall down a pit.
I'm just gonna keep moving this way. A little bit at a time.
Do you wish to dash as well?
Yes. Does that take away my stealth?
Hopefully it'll go
No,
under
it will not take away your stealth, but it'll give you an extra 15
Yeah, she'll
feet.
go
Because I'll round
It's not
up.
I thought
so, you know.
It's
I'm
typically half movement.
25.
You have a movement at 25, so a dash would give you 10 plus 15 to give you a full 25. You get a full movement out of a stealth.
There then.
Awesome.
Well, it's
So
gotta
you're right
have
there
some
by a
sense,
door.
but
That
it's gotta be
door
able to move.
is partially ajar and it's dark inside. Done.
Well, I'm out of actions right now, so I'll wait until later to figure that out.
Okie dokie.
Wait, can I use a bonus action to listen?
Yep,
I'll
you can
just
use your
take it.
perception. That'd be fine.
Do to
All right.
avoid it,
I'm assuming you're
so
listening inside the building
I'm
to see if
just
there's
gonna
any
take it.
noise.
Hopefully,
Yes.
You hear nothing inside the building.
Hmm.
All right, Whoosh, it is your turn.
Okay. Having seen my acquaintance over here just kind of fall down. Let's see where. Yeah, I'll just kind of wander on over there, and I'll be like peering down the pit. Rathskeller, are you okay? Do you need some rope?
Nothing but dwarven swear words come out of my mouth.
Hey, there's a whole new
I'm
thing
not
for
very
Whoosh to be able to get.
imaginative. You're gonna have to help me. I'm not very imaginative.
How
I don't know what that means.
how deep is this pit?
sturdy
Only
right
10
now.
feet.
I can help.
So, do you need some rope?
Does it look like I can climb out of it, Jeff? Or is it fairly like
You would probably
steep?
rope would probably it's steep sides, so rope would probably be a good thing for you. Otherwise, you'd be making athletics checks in order to climb out of it. So
I will hold my hand up and say yes, please.
Okay, so I will take the rope off the side of my pack, and I will tie it to. Is there a piece of the gate that's like still firmly attached to the
Mhm.
wall here?
Yep.
Or... Okay, I will tie it to that because he probably weighs more than I do, and I will toss the rope down to him.
Very good. So basically, you're aiding him in getting out of everything, and that would be your action and all the rest of that stuff involved in
Yep.
order to tie it up.
And as he climbs out, whenever that happens, I'll be like, "You should be more careful." Probably like in a elderly female voice.
Very good. All right, Kepley, it is your turn, and you have 3 rounds left of running.
I change my direction and head towards the road.
Okay. All right, not a problem. That will be 2 rounds that you'll be there.
Can you give him the sound of the $1 Million Man while he's running?
Na 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 na. Laura, your turn.
I am going to go over here to see what this is all about because it's very exciting.
It is very exciting as you see the dwarf down the hole, and he is saying things in Dwarven. That if any of you understand Dwarven, he is spitting out things that are not what a lady should hear.
A note: I am hearing everything.
It would make pirates blush.
Yes, you are, Whoosh. You are definitely hearing this and getting a whole new repertoire of things to say.
I don't know what any of it means, but I can definitely say it in the future.
Exactly. I do have a feeling, though, that the chat is going to be punishing Laura here very, very soon and buying things like mud pits that suddenly open
That's
nearby
okay.
and, tar and such.
It'll be awesome. I mean, it's fine.
Acidic slime.
Of course, it's one of your fellow maidens who's making these possible
Oh,
overtures.
I know the things that Miss Fairy is capable of.
All right. So, would you like to do anything while you're there?
Yeah, so I just went over there and no, I'm just gonna watch.
Okay. All right. She likes to watch. All right, Rat. You can go ahead and use your action just to climb out. You don't need to have any rolls or anything because you basically have the help action from the rope. And it's only 10 feet. I'm not really going to waste that much time.
Okay.
But you can climb up and out and still have your movement and bonus action if you wish.
Well, that's very generous.
I know. I'm
Right.
very generous today.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
As I get to the top of the rope, I'm going to turn, take that bloody wolf paw I have, hand it to the priestess and say, if I can smell your perfume, the gnolls can smell your perfume. Wear this.
And he hands Laura the...
Oh no,
bloody
I don't
ball.
take that thing. Fuck
And
that.
I basically just toss it towards her, so it may hit her, it may not. You said I can move and get bonus action, or just move?
You can move and get a bonus action. You're not stealthed anymore, so you actually have your full movement.
And I can't stealth as a bonus action, can I?
Not yet. That's second level.
All right, I'm just going to go up to that corner. Oh, that's a doorway right there. I
Yep,
don't want to do
and
that.
it is ajar at the moment.
Yeah, I didn't want to go right there. I want to go right there.
All right, not a problem. So it's still 15 foot of movement right to there, but that door is
And
ajar.
I will pull out my short sword.
Okay. You get prepared to do something nasty.
And the pit goes and turns
nothing.
into a mimic.
It's a pit
Okay.
mimic. All right, go ahead. Whoosh.
Okay, so is this pit an obstacle
That needs to be crossed? Yes. Or you could go around or, figure
that's
out
what I
something.
mean? Like it's a thing that exists that we have to.
Yes,
Jump
it is a
the
thing that
wall.
exists. Yes. The cosmic finger came down and poked a hole in the ground
I
right
got
beneath
this.
the dwarf. Now, to jump over the wall, I'll let you know, it takes an extra square
Difficult?
of movement to move it. Yep.
Let me think here. Yeah, let's just. I'm gonna. Wait, you know what? Before I no. Yeah. I'm gonna go there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna continue my line of questioning. Like, are you okay? This what again was our purpose here?
he needs his purpose. He needs, director, what is my motivation for this scene?
Not even that. Just like, why are we here?
Jeff, you don't
I
need
hear
to
scary things.
you don't need to take any of your ill hatreds towards Raskeller out on him. I think it's already being done.
I know. So
Yeah, so just like, what's our deal here? What are we doing? Is there a purpose? Do we need to be here? That's like, if I was capable of putting emphasis on my words, I would be saying, do we need to be here?
I'm making sure those aren't gnolls that are going to attack all those common folk.
okay, I don't mean to interrupt, but because the person who just followed has an interesting name, I have to do it the way that I can see it. Woman! Yeah, woman! Thank you very much for the follow. It says woman, but the way it's spelled is WOOMAN. So immediately I thought of animal from Jim Henson's Muppets. Sorry. All right, go ahead. Continue. Sampoto.
Yeah.
Can I stealthily glance through this door?
Um,
Nope, I'm good right there.
as in you want to re-roll your stealth, or you just want to continue stealthing and open the door?
I want to continue stealth and open the door slightly. Just enough so I can peer in.
Okay, so you want it to
Open
go
the
from
door
being a
slightly.
jar to being a basket. That's what you're saying.
Perfect.
Okay. So
Could you
you poke
telepathically
your head
communicate?
in, and that is what you can see.
That seems pretty safe. Maybe I should enter.
Okay, so you enter in, and I will open up a little bit more. And there you go, sir. Everything here has been a disheveled mess. The jars in the on the cupboards to the east are broken or tipped over. The table and chairs are all dislodged and moved around and such. There appears to be like a cutting bench on the west wall, like a butcher's bench, that had food on it at one point in time, which now has flies and maggots crawling across the remnants there. And the fireplace has a cooking pot of something that smells possibly rancid, and the coals are cold. You also see quite a few doors that are all slightly ajar all throughout the room, except for one that you know goes outside. That one is almost broken clean off its hinges.
Well, I don't have terribly much movement left, so I'll just check out this door in here.
Okay. That door is closed and not disturbed.
Is it locked?
Do you reach out and check?
I mean, yeah, I'll lightly
Make a dex save.
jiggle the handle.
All right, you jiggle the handle and it does appear to be unlocked.
Unlock.
Mm-hmm.
Das suspicious.
Do you push the latch and throw it open?
Yeah.
You push the latch, throw it back into the whatever room beyond it may be. It creaks open, and you find a small larder that has a little bit of foodstuffs left in it, particularly spices.
Oh, my worst nightmare. Spices.
Dun dun
How do you?
dun!
All right, and I'm
What do
gonna
you have
end
to
my
roll to
turn
escape
by
spices?
yeah, I'm gonna end my turn by picking up some spices and tossing them in my bag.
Alrighty, so you go in and you start ransacking the larder. Kepley, next round you will be here, about halfway down the road, kind of going towards where the burned stuff is and the things that you saw.
One question.
Hmm.
Do I see anyone anywhere near us?
Anybody else? No.
Yeah.
You see the party members kind of milling around at that northern farmstead, and you can see those shapes, those dark, small shapes that I was telling you about before, coming in this direction.
Can I walk over to the shapes?
Well, when you get here, yes.
Okay.
So that'll be next round. Rat. Okay, so Rat and Whoosh. This is more or less for the two of you. You guys can hear
One
this pretty
second,
plain
wife
as
just
day.
got home.
All right, not a problem. But Laura, you will be able to hear this as well. Kind of a little bit further away for you.
Okay.
Once again, yipping and yapping. My dog is laying on the floor next to me, snoring.
You should just put that on and just let us listen to it. Like, here's the noises you hear.
Come on, rat. Come on back. You know what? We'll skip it. All right, Laura.
I can get around the pit, right?
If you jump over the wall, probably. Unless you want to like take a running jump and jump over the pit directly.
What? I have to jump over the wall?
You can either hop over the wall or jump over the pit. Or you can just walk around the south side of the building kind of thing. There's another gate. You can see it plain as day, like on the south. You see that little gate right there? That's open too.
I can see that. I thought
Yeah.
the angle was like kind of.
Oh no, you can see
I
that.
can't see.
There's no
I'm
buildings or anything in the
down
way,
the
and this
hallway.
wall
Okay,
is
so
only
it's
3.5
not
feet
high.
tall.
That it's not that high.
No.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna go around.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm back.
All right.
Sorry, she was doing a sip and stuff. And,
I know.
and paint.
That's fine. I skipped you. Laura's gonna go right now, and after Laura's done
Okay.
moving, you can go ahead and go.
Okay.
Oh, I meant to go 30. Sorry.
Not a problem. You take your time.
There we go.
Okay. And so you get down there to the corner. Do you want to do anything else?
I can't. Can I? I can take 2 movements, right?
Yep. You can take an action to dash if you want.
No. I don't want to dash. Can I just move and then move?
No.
Or does it have to be a run? It has to be a run, right?
Technically, if you're going to use your action to dash, that is exactly what your character is doing, is running.
So that's it. Then that's it.
Okay,
It's
that's all you're gonna do.
intelligent.
All right, no problem.
Mhm.
So you kind of
Okay.
turn. You're gonna like stop at the corner and kind of turn and look around the
Right.
corner.
It's intelligent. Just saying.
I'm laughing. Sorry. All right, the pit trap does nothing, but of course. But Rat, you go ahead and tell me what you want to do, and then I will say what the reaction is to everything else.
Okay, so I'm assuming there's no like windows in front of me and Whoosh.
No, there are no windows in front of you and Whoosh.
All right, and you said the door here is ajar a little bit.
Yes.
I kind of poke my head around, just take a peek in.
Okay. You take a peek in, and you see
With the wand?
with your dark
Fist coming
vision.
right to my face.
Whap! Hits you right in the face. You see a number of broken boxes and such, and possibly a few chests in there.
Okay, there's no windows looking out into the yard beyond, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I am gonna move this way. How far can I move? Oh wait, you know what?
You know how far you can move.
How tall is? You said the wall's like what, 3.5 feet tall?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if I'm kind of crouch walking, they're not gonna see me. I'm only 4'3".
Da-dum, 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 da-dum. Okay.
I will literally keep my head kind of like just barely above it, trying to keep my hood covered over my face to be as black as against the black sky as we can.
Gotcha. Not a problem. Alrighty. So you will complete your movement there. And what I will do is I will now reveal, since technically you went before Laura did. As Laura comes around and Rat, you kind of look up over. This is what you can see.
I knew it. You're gonna get your beak bitten off. I told you.
All right, Sempolo, you're inside.
Well, I guess let's glance in here.
All right, so you come out here. You glance inside.
Wait, real quick. Can I add variety of spices to my inventory?
Yes, you may add variety of spices. All right, you see a small bed chamber that looks like it's been ransacked pretty damn well.
That's not good. Is there anything particularly interesting in this?
No, not really. Not at all.
Okay, I'll just look through the other door.
Okay. Now, when you get to this room, the first thing you'll notice is that this room has a chest in it. The second thing you will notice about this room is that not only the chest, but everything else in this room is covered in blood. Very, very bloody. But the chest does not appear to be opened.
Is there a center point from which all of this blood is surrounding?
No. It is just bloody.
Oof. Well then. Plum, what to do about the chest? Is it a nice chest?
It is a nice chest.
Is it significantly nicer than the other items I have seen throughout this little section so far?
Well, it looks a little marred, like somebody's tried to break into it, but they were unsuccessful doing so.
Well, must means it has a really tough lock. Well, I'm out of movement. Can I try to shoot the lock?
Not really.
If
Not from
by
where you're
shoot,
at.
I mean throw a dagger.
No, not from where you're at. Angle's wrong. You're an experienced enough thief to understand that you'd have to break out your thieves' tools to open the lock.
I'm out of movement, so.
Okay, so we'll do that next turn. Meanwhile, okay, so there's a number of goblins and 2 wolves that are coming into the farm area from over here. This wolf will move up, kind of around the fire itself and kind of miss this. And it kind of pads around, sniffing. So thus
Bet you the
far,
priestess wish she was rubbed in the wolf's blood now.
I smell like lavender and jasmine, and it's beautiful.
whoosh, it is your turn. Thus far, they don't seem to notice anybody in the party, just wanted to say.
All right, so I don't know about any of this stuff over here yet.
Right.
I'm just sitting over here. So I'm gonna split my movement. I'm gonna come over here to the door. And I'm gonna give it a look in there just to see what I see. And I'm guessing this is like a long workbench and then like a bookshelf and then just a pile of stuff.
It's actually, it looks like this is like a almost like a shed, like a farmer's shed that carries like hose and pitchforks and such. Except most of everything is broken. Those boxes and such that you see back there, those are all just. It looks like
Piled up.
piled up and broken apart and stuff. It probably
Scrap
had like some food stuff, maybe seeds, a few other things like that in there.
Nothing shiny pops out at me.
Nothing really. You know what? Give me an investigation check. Give me an investigation. That will be a good determination.
Just throw it out there.
Put it in a tower, please.
Hang on, I gotta move that.
Okay. You think that you can see some shinies in there?
Oh, really? Well, then I have to go and look at them. So
Back in the lower right-hand corner, like as far away from the door as you possibly
so
can get.
up in the pile of stuff.
Yep, up in the pile of stuff, almost like literally on the other side of the wall of Laura.
All right, I've got enough, so I'm gonna kind of wander over there.
Okay. As you wander over there, You can see plain as day that there is something shiny under those boxes.
I want to look at it and investigate it and see what it is.
Okay, I'm going to set you kind of... Because I'm assuming you're not going to climb across the top of all the broken stuff. Correct?
Sure, sure.
All right, so I'll set you in front of it. All right, you can go ahead and give me your choice, perception or investigation. Once again, perception is a bonus, investigation is an action.
All right, let me... Perception, I guess.
All right, so you start digging through, and, you know, I know there's a shiny in here somewhere. I know there's a shiny in here somewhere.
And do I see anything?
When snap, right on your hand, or wing, or hand wing, or wing hand.
And we used to have wings.
What you found, what the shiny was actually a bear trap that was cocked and ready to go underneath the pile of stuff, and it snaps shut on your arm.
That's random.
Ow! And that really freaking hurt. And it is currently stuck on your arm. It almost went all the way through your arm. It did 8 points of damage to you. It almost went through your arm.
Bit my arm off.
Exactly.
That was loud, wasn't it?
A little bit.
I say, I make a sound like a dog that just got kicked by steel-toed boots. Loudly.
Wait, hang on. Let me get my boots. I'll kick my dog.
The opinions and comments of our players are not necessarily the opinions or comments of GeoQuester Gaming.
Oh, give me it. I'm teasing. I would
I
never
know,
do
I
that.
know,
love
I
my
know.
dog.
I'm just
love my dog.
I know. I love my dog too.
Okay, so I have this trap now stuck on my arm.
Yes, it is. It is indeed stuck on your arm.
I'm not going to be able to get it off, am I?
Not without some help. You're going to need somebody with 2 hands to help you.
I have a -1 to strength, so yeah. Okay, I think that's... I've got like... so it's 1, 2, 3... Hang on, I need to do movement math.
Okay, you do movement math.
Okay, so I still can do this. There we go.
We've got some buffalo wings going on in here, some buffalo chicken wings. Okay, you get that far, okay? Thankfully, you only had 5 feet left, but you get that far, and you realize that the bear trap has a chain that is connected somewhere to something deep down inside that pile of stuff.
Oh, wait, I just thought of something. Well, wait, I guess I don't really have much of anything along the lines of actions left, do I?
You have nothing in the long line of adding actions at this point, no.
I guess that'll be it for now.
Okay. Laura, you just heard a snap and then something that sounded like a dog getting kicked. And of course, you also see the goblins coming from the opposite direction there.
I think this is the first time that Laura Thana has truly felt what real fear is like. It's completely different from the time that she thought that Xavier Francis Warren III was not going to invite her to the Spring Laurel Great Ball. So she knows that this is serious.
Oh my god. That was funny as hell.
That was the worst fear until this moment.
Until this moment. Okay. So, most likely, you know what? I'm actually going to kind of roll something here for a second. You go ahead and keep doing your thing, but I'm going to roll something because that snap of that bear trap probably made you go, you know, and Rat, to let you know, since Laura kind of got startled by that. I'm sure Laura got startled
I know,
by that.
She's probably ready to have a psychological breakdown in so many different ways.
The goblins heard her jump on the corner there. So they have now begun to focus their attention towards her direction. She's not out in the open, so they're going to have to go a little bit closer to, but they kind of know that somebody's there.
Oh, okay. Now I am actually going to try to go over and go over the, the fence over here. So like right here is where, I'm trying to get to the closest point.
Okay. All right, so it'll be a double move to go to the opposite side of the fence if you'd like. So it'll cost you a total of 20 feet to get to that square to the left side of the fence.
Okay, no problem.
Bloop. There you are. So that's 20 feet right there. And you kind of like half. What is your dexterity? Just as a question.
Oh no, I think it's like everything else and probably 10. It's 10.
10. Okay. All right. So you have enough dexterity that you can get over the fence that you're not going to like fall on your face as you go over. I'm not even going to make you roll or anything for it.
I can move. Can I keep moving or am I pretty much done?
Well, you still got another 30 foot. So,
okay,
or another
so
10
I
foot.
can't,
I'm sorry, another 10 foot.
All right, so I can go about this far and at least get into the...
You can get to the door. Now, if you spend a action to dash, I mean, if you're actually like running, you could actually get inside there with no issues.
Oh yeah, she's at this point. It's not about being dainty and beautiful. It's fucking sheer panic.
Okay. So you're in full on panic mode. Okay, gotcha. All right, so good. You can go another 5 foot to the south. This will be a part of a dash, so you will have no action. You only have bonus action at this point when you get inside. Now, keep in mind, because you're a human being, you can't see when you go inside, really, other than by what light.
Holy fuck! It's like perfectly dark in here. This is where I heard him scream and all this shit, and now I'm just in darkness. Oh
but now you see that light from behind you that's coming from the courtyard of this farm kind of spills through, and you can see this dark form inside, kind of mangled, making the sound like a kicked dog in front of you. Chains are rattling. Now, this is a great opportunity for you to make a wisdom check to see exactly how scared you are going to be. Just do this right out in the open. Let's everybody see your wisdom. Okay, all right. You're able to kind of keep it together a little bit. You didn't soil your robes, so you're good there. But, oh my God, what the hell is that? It takes you half a second. You're like, okay, it's Whoosh. And he's connected to something. He's the pigeon, and he's connected to something.
Okay. So there are creatures out there, and oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Let me think here. I would probably say ow, and we don't have a lot of light, do we?
No, you don't. Just whatever's spilling in from the door at the moment.
Okay, I can fix that, but not right now.
It bit him. Rattle, rattle, rattle.
Oh, if only I had my own voice. It was a trap. It bit me.
I don't think there's anything I can really do except for pass my turn.
You're like, sorry.
Yeah, that's right. You have no action.
Yeah, I don't have anything to do. Yeah, like, I'm so sorry, but we really need to get out of here.
As part of your... Now, Laura, as part of your movement, now that you know that that's him, and since you took a dash, and I don't want you to waste your whole dash on a 5 foot move, as part of your movement, you can close the door behind you if you want to.
Oh, good. Yeah, she definitely does that, but probably when she did it, she got control of herself before she was running and panicking, because if not, she's gonna slam the shit out of that.
Okay, yeah. You got yourself before that, so you're able to close it quietly.
Okay.
And as you pass your turn, the room descends into pitch black darkness.
I was waiting for you to say that. That was smooth.
I know, aren't I? Player bait. All right. I am a master at player baiting. So this wolf is trotting forward. Rat, you're on the other side of the wall, very few feet away from it. You can smell the musk coming off of this wolf as it passes by, and see that it has like a saddle on it, like saddlebags that are empty. You can smell the musk. You can hear it breathing, and it is obviously sniffing the ground, trying to determine if there's someone nearby. And a thought flits across your mind for a moment as you wonder, when was the last time you lit the cigar that was in your mouth?
Good thing it's not lit. So I have to tuck it back in my pocket.
Mhm. Okay, this goblin will begin to move up and around, but he's moving a little bit more carefully than some of his predecessors because he now realizes there's somebody up here around this corner. All right, so this one, now since Rat is kind of like your eyes in the sky, as it were, this one here is kind of barking orders to the others. He doesn't move. He just kind of points towards the corner where Ellie just was, or where Laura just was.
You're talking about Goblin 5, or which one was it?
The goblin boss. It's
Oh,
kind of
the
standing
boss.
in the middle. Yep. Okay, so Goblin 10
Sorry.
starts moving his way up that way as well, carefully and cautiously, kind of ducked down a little bit. He has his little scimitar out and, at his side. His head is barely above the wall. Rat, you can smell him as he gets closer and closer.
My only thought also is the fact that, thank God, there's a really noisy, probably armor-laden paladin guy running down, going rattle, 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 rattle.
Oh,
rattle.
he's a barbarian. He wears no armor.
Oh, damn!
And
That's
he's
right,
gonna
he's
be
barbarian.
he's gonna be bursting into this map like the Hey Kool-Aid Man here in like 3 more ticks. So
God, I hope so. We need a tank.
here comes the Dragonborn.
Tank. I'll just take a meat shield at this point.
The
Hey,
meat
you
shield's dead,
guys!
practically.
All right, so
Yeah,
Rat, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
The first thing I'm doing is this. There you go.
Okay, so you're stealth, and you're like, okay. All right, so you kind of duck down, put your back against the wall, and you kind of squat, sit there for a second, take a deep breath, realize, yeah, the cigar's still in your mouth, weapons are in your hand. You can hear them on the other side of the wall. They're not being stealthy at all. You can hear their footfalls. You can almost hear their heartbeats. You can hear the sniffing of the wolves.
Now, does it sound like they're trying to go past me, or are they possibly coming up to that gate?
Sounds like they're probably going towards where Laura was. I mean, granted, you don't know that Laura's not there anymore because she kind of did an end around. Well, no, you would know because you kind of heard the door close. You're close enough that you
Mhm.
heard the door close pretty quietly.
Well, it could have been me.
It could have been, yeah, it could have been Whoosh as well. So who
Wait a
knows
minute,
what's going on over there?
But I mean, was he even aware that she was coming up to that corner?
Well, no, he wasn't. So who knows? You heard the door close. So there you go.
Yeah,
But
the
they
bird
seem to be
the
wanting
bird
to
heard.
pass by you.
Okay. Then, I mean, I told her to smear the wolf's blood on herself so that way she didn't smell like a smelly frickin' human.
I wish I could hear you, you
Obviously, she
motherfucker.
did that.
That's okay. The bird and the priest are having 7 minutes in heaven in there.
Yeah,
No,
they
we're
are.
not.
7 rounds in heaven.
I guess I'm just gonna kind of stand there. I will keep my sword like tucked, pommel up and sword down so it's not glinting underneath my cloak, but ready to attack if I have to. My other hand will also take my cigar out and shove it inside of my pocket.
Okay.
And I will just hold my action in case I need to attack something that might jump over or possibly come around the other corner from the door. I'm hoping that if she was smart, she would run away and, I don't know, lure them
What
to
would
the
you
pit.
expect from an average intelligence?
All right, go ahead and advance your turn then. All right, this goblin begins to move forward. By the way, Kepley, just to let you know, for your and all of your purposes, you saw Laura do that end around on that little building there, so you have a pretty good idea of what's going on and where she is. All right, and then our last goblin, he's going to move forward up by the wolf. And Kepley, it is now
Hey,
your turn. Hey, Kool-Aid, there
I'm
you
finally
are. So you're now on the map, okay? So you can go ahead and now the goblins don't notice you, okay? The goblins do not notice you. You are on the right side of the map, kind of down where those 4 trees are across the, yep, right over there. So what would you like to do, sir?
I would like to go there.
Okay. You got another 5 foot of movement if you want to use it.
Um, Can I do an action?
Depends. What kind of action would you like to use?
Taunting.
Ah, you want to step out and taunt?
Nope.
Okay,
It's up to you.
that won't be an action. I'll let you just go ahead and yell something at them if you want to.
Okay. I whistle to the wolf one.
All right, so you whistle. All
Yeah.
right, and
Do
the
you have, like, a
goblins and
specific
wolves will
feature?
pick up their ears and look
I
at
don't know,
you.
I'm just trying-
Wait, I just noticed something.
Hmm.
In my main, no, not, in my abilities tabs, I have a tool that is one type of musical instrument or
I'm just
artisan
gonna say
tool
crochet.
Right.
for my professional tool.
Yeah.
And I don't think I picked it yet.
Right.
Can I get a dog whistle?
You can have a whistle.
Yeah. So I just whistle over the dogs.
All right, so you'll put the dog whistle that you have randomly in your character sheet, that we will add at some other point in time, and you will whistle. And the 2 wolves, their ears perk up and look in your direction. Now, were you being stealthy when you kind of came over here, or
Yeah.
okay? So,
The thing is with that,
mhm.
in my abilities, not action. I didn't. Yes, ability. No. What the hell?
Which tab?
Oh, skills. Okay, I'm sorry.
Skills. Okay.
My stealth thing right next to where it says Dex is a little icon.
Yeah, that's if you were wearing armor, you would have a penalty.
Okay, then yeah, I was stealthing. Just
Okay. All right. All right. So why don't you go ahead and roll me a stealth check, just to determine whether or not the goblins will see you, and we'll say you dashed to behind the stump of the tree that you're currently hiding under as you whistle your whistle for the wolves. Okay. Okay. That's not too bad. So it seems that only the wolves will notice you. So we shall see this next round what happens.
cool.
And the pit turns into a mimic and decides to devour nothing. All right. So the goblin passes by Rat and goes to the corner to investigate what is over here. He sees nothing and kind of turns and shrugs at his companions for a moment, and then looks like he is turning to start going north along the wall. The pit trap does nothing. Kepley, is your turn.
Cool. I don't do anything.
Okay, you're just going to stand there and wait?
Yeah.
Not a problem. Okay, inside, Laura, you and your birdie companion are in pitch black darkness.
But that's okay. Can I feel around? Oh, my amulet's on me, on my necklace.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast light on it.
Okay, so you cast light. So you will have a little light. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine.
Oh,
There.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big light, but I mean, it lights up your room. So actually, I'm just going to kill that pointer for the time being because we don't need it. But yeah, it lights up your room. You can see plain as day. He has a bear trap.
I want to see his hand. Yeah.
Yeah, he
That's
has a bear
okay.
trap, and it's almost severed his arm off.
Okay. Well,
So
I
you
already.
have one hit point left.
Casted light, so I can't cast heal, right?
Because light
Can
is
I
an
do that?
action, so no, you cannot
Shit.
cast a heal. However, you could use a medicine check or a strength check to possibly remove the bear trap from his arm without hurting him. But if
Oh
you
yeah.
fail it,
Okay. Sure. That.
you could, if you fail it by enough, you could possibly cause him to fall into unconsciousness and maybe even make his arm fall off.
I'm very good with medicine.
I'm
stuff.
going to point out that you're going to be healing me either way.
How you know that? I mean, what do you mean?
But
How you
maybe
pointing
she
that
might be
How you
healing you
pointing
with
that
an
out
arm
exactly?
or
I'm
without an
pointing
arm.
out that either way, if you knock me unconscious trying to help me, or you don't, you're going to be healing me.
And that's what you say to my character?
No, that's metagaming.
That's just me metagaming right there. Yeah.
That is so stricken from the record. Nah, she's very good with medicine, so, and she's, if anything, sure of herself. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that a shot.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
All right. You fail. You do not
I'm
remove
lucky. I'm re-rolling it.
it. You're lucky.
I'm lucky. Yeah, I'm lucky. Isn't that a re-roll?
When were you lucky?
That's my
You
feet.
have a feat.
Oh, is that your feet?
Mhm.
You are.
Mhm.
All right. Go ahead and yes, you may go ahead and re-roll it. You have 3 luck points, so this is one of them.
Okay, thanks. Thank you.
But you got to
Yay
take
for
whatever
Barry.
comes up.
Well, okay.
All right. All right, so you're able to remove the bear trap from his arm without causing any significant damage to him. Matter of fact, you do a really good job, and you do not hurt him at all. And so he is no longer connected to the bear trap, and you're even cognizant enough to be able to set the bear trap down without making a lot of noise. And got no blood on your robe.
And I'm so sorry, you poor ugly bird.
That is by far very difficult, very, very distant from the worst thing I have ever been called.
Probably. So I would say you're pretty much spent on your actions.
Yeah, for real. Thanks.
Well, great. Now let me just heal myself.
All
Let's
right.
see. Well, I can't heal myself.
No,
and
you
I'm
can't.
not going outside until I have at least 5 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
So this trap is shiny, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna carefully kind of follow this chain and see if I can unhook it.
Okay. Are you going to do so stealthily, or are you just going to start climbing through the
Yeah.
boxes?
I will do it stealthily.
All right. You may go ahead and roll a stealth check in the tower, please. You do a decent job of not making too terrible much noise as you begin to climb through the boxes and spend the rest of your turn, kind of digging through the boxes to find out where it is. And what you find is that it's caught actually on what looks to be the blade of a plow that's like buried way down deep.
Like caught like it's just hooked on it.
Yeah, it's just the chain's just hooked on it.
So I would like to unhook this thing and stick it in my pack.
All right, so you can go to the player's handbook and you can pull out a bear trap. They are heavy, but you now have a bear trap.
Yay! Shiny bear trap.
And you can go ahead and advance your turn, sir. All right, Wrathskeller. You had just heard this guy go by. Matter of fact, I'm going to remove the bear trap off the combat tracker because we don't need it anymore. You heard one of the goblins pass you by.
And the rest have not moved?
Not yet. They are moving in that direction. And the wolves have picked up their heads from the ground. They've stopped sniffing. Oh, God. When whoosh takes an action, it's poultry in motion.
That is.
That's
I don't
awesome.
know. Do ravens or crows count as poultry?
Yes. All birds are poultry.
Interesting. I thought only certain birds were poultry.
Anyway, Rat, go ahead and continue, please. Oh, my God.
I guess I'm going to continue to, because I have no idea that the barbarian is over there. So
Right.
I'm just going to continue to see if I can follow their. Oh my gosh, freaking Jorg and his I call foul play. Holy crap.
Oh, wah, wah.
Um,
50 DKP minus.
I'm going to just kind of sit here and watch and try to listen to see how far past this little hut they're going to go.
Okay. All right. So you're basically parking your butt and staying there. I'm good with that.
Yep. And if any of them start jumping the wall or come through that gate, they're going to die.
Okay. All right. No problem. No problem. All right. This next one will advance up this direction. He also does not see Kepley over there. And he's peering around the corner and looking everywhere. However, this wolf starts trotting in this direction. This goblin will kind of begin moving this direction. He knows that this is where he needs to go. He's over here. The boss kind of moves over a touch so he can see what's going on. Sempolo, it is your turn.
I can finally figure this chest out.
Yes, yes you can.
Oh,
All
golly
right.
gee, let's wander over here.
Okay, so you wander towards the chest. And you get about there. And as you begin to step in front of the chest,
Dag nabbit.
it goes
I
blah,
walked
blah,
right
blah,
into
blah,
that.
blah, 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 blah. And it reaches a tongue out and attempts to grab you with its tongue.
As you know what, as a player, I knew that's what was gonna happen. But like Simpolo,
You
oh
know
poor
nothing,
guy.
Jon Snow.
Simpolo had no idea.
And it
Really
misses you
odd
with its
place
tongue.
for a mimic.
Hey, it's not my fault that the chat bought it.
I think you encouraged them a little bit.
I never encourage. It's not my fault. All right, Sempolo, your turn.
Okay, that's fantastic. Great. Well, shoot, action disengage.
Okay. Yipe, 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 yipe. Do you want to do a dive roll out the window?
There's a window?
Yeah, there is a little broken window right next to you.
Absolutely.
Like right about there.
You think? Yes, if you suggest me to do that, I will definitely dive roll.
I'm not
out
saying,
that
I'm
window.
not suggesting. I'm just saying, is that what you were like,
Too
kinda
late.
looking to
I
do?
decided I'm dive rolling out
Okay,
that
so
window.
you've taken
Is
your
that
action to
acrobatics?
disengage. You've only used 5 foot of movement so far. You're not going to have stealth anymore as you go leaping out the window.
The acrobatics?
No,
What
there's
is
no
that? Do I
roll
have to roll
involved. Just go
anything?
ahead and move. That'll be considered a double move for that square. So that's 10 foot of movement. And you've used 5 already, so you have 15 so far, and you got 10 more left.
Wow, Shad really spent some points on us tonight, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Well, the racer actually bought the bear trap.
Oh boy, I doubt that was
I will
quiet at
remember
all.
that.
Yeah, that was not quiet. That was not quiet, though there was no glass, so thankfully nothing was really close by for any of that to really happen.
All right. Can I see Rathskeller from here?
Um,
Can you see over that wall?
Actually, that gate right in front of you is a little bit open, and you kind of landed there. So yeah, I would say you can see Rat. Kind of ducked down with a sword ready to go and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I see. I can say you can see that.
Oh, nice. So clearly, stuff's going down soon.
Yeah, shit be going down here soon. All right, so meanwhile, this wolf is trotting directly over, sniffing around the tree. I will put the mimic away because it's not really going to chase you. Not out the window.
Does the wolf see me?
No, it's sniffing the ground at the moment. Does not see you yet. It hasn't quite gotten to that point. The tree trunk is in its way. You can hear it sniffing, Kepley, very close by. So, all right, so this guy starts skirting around this way. And this goblin starts coming over this way. He's going to make it around there. And he sticks his head around this corner and takes a look and doesn't see anybody. But does he notice the light coming out from underneath the door? I wonder. Interesting. All right, so this guy comes up. I hear the Benny Hill theme song in the back of my head right now. Yeah, exactly. As they start running and chasing you guys around a building, and they don't know where you are, you don't know where they are, kind of thing. All right, so the wolf does indeed come around the corner and growls a low growl and will bite at Kepley, but Kepley didn't take an action last turn, so I'll say it was held. So Kepley, you can do an action right now as the wolf comes around the corner. Do you want to take an action?
Shoot, who?
It's me, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about you, Mass.
Okay, I'm sorry. I couldn't hear. Repeat it.
All right, so the wolf does come up and he will snap at you, but you didn't take an action this last round. Do you want to take an action?
What would the action be?
You can attack him as he comes around the corner if you want to. But I mean, that's a choice. I mean, you didn't take an action last turn, so you're welcome to take one this turn before he goes.
Can I give him food?
How about, why don't you give me an animal handling check?
Okay.
That's on your skills.
I think I did it. Did I do it?
I don't see it.
Okay.
There it goes. Okay. All right. You know by looking at this wolf that if you gave it food, it's just going to tear off your arm along with the food. It is going to come. It's coming to eat you. Is what it's going to do.
Okay.
So
Then,
go ahead.
then I'm just gonna whack it with my great axe.
All right. Go ahead. You can target it by control and left clicking on the wolf. And then go ahead and roll your attack action.
7. Great.
Wah, wah. You missed. All right. So you missed it. And it will attempt to bite you.
Okay.
It hits you.
Come on.
Okay, can you please give me a strength saving throw? That is on your main tab of your character sheet on the right-hand side. As it grabs a hold of your leg and tries to wrestle you to the ground. Now, that was a strength check. I want a strength save. Okay. Yep, save is on the right-hand side of the sheet. There we go. All right, and it tries to wrestle you to the ground, but you are successful on your saving throw and do not fall down. Okay, so I don't think that goblin really notices anything. He has a pretty low passive perception, so he's going to jump over the wall and start heading this direction into the courtyard. Still
Do
looking
I
around.
do I like hear footsteps as they get close to the door?
No, not yet. He's not close to the door yet. He's not close to the door yet. He's just kind of
He's right
walking
next-
through, and you guys are actually in a pretty stable building, so you won't be able to hear just basic footfalls.
Okay.
But it is your turn, Whoosh.
The order of turns has been very inconvenient recently.
Well, that's kind of the point of having the random
Yeah.
initiatives. That's why I liked it so much, because people have to pay attention to what's going on.
Let's see here. Well, no, I mean, it's been inconvenient in like, I really, like last turn it would have been great for me to go before the healer, and now would be really great for the healer to go before me.
I
Uh-huh.
know. Life sucks.
Let's see. I am as part of a movement, can I kind of step to where Laura is? Laura, yeah, step where she is and kind of push her back towards the wall.
You can use a double move for her square. Opening a door would be considered a part
don't
of your
wanna
move
open-
action.
I don't want to open the door,
Okay, but pushing
but
her
I have this need to.
But
I
pushing
just
her
kinda wanna
away
move
would
her-
require an action, because there's actually a push
Okay.
action.
I'm not trying to like shove her. I'm just trying to like
Mhm.
put a hand on the shoulder, kind of like let me stand here.
Okay. So now my
But
next question
if that's an
is,
action, then
yeah.
no.
No, you don't want to do that if it's an action. All right, not a problem.
I will hold, just generally hold an action, because I've got the trap, my new shiny. So I'm just kind of waiting. I'm hoping. I've heard a lot of people, right, walking up to her like, "Can you heal my child? Can you heal my disease?" kind of thing. So I'm hoping maybe she has some medical knowledge for my, hand dangling off.
Okay.
So
And I
I'm
did a
just gonna
great
kinda-
job taking that trap off.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, I guess I'll just I'm standing by and waiting and just generally alert,
Okay.
because I did see Wrath kind of get low and go around the corner like he
Yes.
was hiding
Yep.
from something.
You did see
so
that. Yes.
I'm generally alert, but I don't necessarily expect anything. But I'm, I would be ready to hit something
Right.
if it did come through. All right, where's my tracker thing?
All right. So this goblin jumps over, and now Laura and Whoosh, the two of you can hear them speaking outside. Okay. Granted, you don't understand what they're saying because they're speaking in goblin, but they're saying something outside. Rat, you can also hear two voices coming around, like from around the corner over by the front side of this building.
All right.
Kepley, you are currently being
Yes.
attacked by a wolf, and it is definitely attracting the attention of some of the goblins that are over here.
Okay. I'm gonna take an action
Okay.
and attack it with my great axe.
Awesome. Go for it.
Shit. Keeps doing it. For some reason.
Hey, that's a hit. You can go ahead and roll some damage.
Oh my god. He keeps going like out of the frame.
It happens. It happens.
That hit?
Yep, that was a hit. Yep.
I don't know. It's like glitching for me right now. I don't know. Okay.
All right. And you kill the wolf with one mighty swing.
Woo! All right, I can't see that, but I'm still cheering for you.
I'm gonna move right here.
All right. And you move back 5 feet.
And I'm gonna whistle to the other dog.
All right. No problem.
And I'm gonna enter.
Very good. Of course. Once again, the pit action does absolutely nothing. All right. The goblin just witnessed what was going on there. He's like, oh, hells no. You just killed my puppy. And he comes around back this way and he stows his scimitar and pulls out his short bow, seeing the fact that there's a giant ass dragonborn over there and will shoot at you. And misses you. The wolf, on the other hand, you killed his brother, you dirty rat. He comes bolting right at you. He is going to attack you.
I'm gonna die.
Oh, critical hit!
Oh no! I'm gonna die.
Boom! And down goes the barbarian.
No.
Oh, our meat shield just went down.
So we'll flip him upside down.
Uh-huh.
As the wolf is grabbing a hold of your leg, going, grr, grr, whipping his head back and forth.
Uh-huh.
All right. This goblin looks back and sees that the dragonborn has fallen down and is like, okay, whatever. It keeps going this way. Sempolo, you are currently kind of like squatted on the far side of this fence.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and do something.
Okay, what do you want to do? Now, you've seen the goblins kind of from that little vantage point by the gate. You've seen those two goblins jump over the fence. And if you want to, I will allow you a free insight check in the tower to possibly understand what they are trying to communicate to each other.
I will take that.
All right. There you go. I just whispered it to you.
Nice. I think I might want to get these goblin fellows' attention.
All right. And how are you going to do so?
I might yell very loudly. Something like, "Hey! Leave those fellows alone!"
Hey, you, get off of my cloud. Hey, McCloud, get off of my you.
Right, and then,
Hey,
oh,
you,
shoot,
get
what's
your
the range?
damn hands off of her. I'm sorry, McFly's cooler.
Yes, yes, it is.
Give me a second, I gotta check.
I might use cooler.
Range is
Solo.
2060. Oh yeah, that's in range. Awesome. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw my dagger at Goblin 3.
Okay. All right, you're going to be out of range, just saying.
What? It is a range of 45.
Oh, does it?
Or 20 to 60.
2060, yeah. Yeah, you want to be closer. Probably like up by that wagon.
I'm only 45 away.
This would be disadvantage.
Do they know I'm here?
No.
Would that give me advantage if they don't know I'm
No.
here?
This will not give advantage in this case.
Alright, then I'll probably move up behind that wagon.
Alright, so you skirt around the little edge of the gate and come over here.
And now I'll go ahead and throw.
Alright. Yes, now I'll allow the advantage. So if you want to roll one more time, just check to see if it's a critical hit. And you will get sneak attack on this. So you hit, you can just have sneak attack.
Wait, and then I have to add.
I already got it for you.
Awesome.
Oh, okay, you already rolled the damage. Alright, yep, you got him. You killed him.
Nice. Well, that's pretty much all I care to do.
Alright.
Turn.
All right, so the goblin boss noticed that, and he is going to come through the gate
I can stand here and do something.
right at you.
Since I've been holding my action, can I charge him as he comes through that gate?
I will allow you to charge him as he reaches Simpolo. Yes. So if you want to move yourself over by him, then I am oh so fine with that. And yes, you will have advantage, for flanking, and yes, you will get sneak attack if you hit.
Yeah, my plan is to go and just jam my sword down his backside.
Alrighty. That is a miss.
Dang it!
I know, that sucks. Alright, so the goblin boss will target at first Sempolo, and then Wrathskeller's attack will come at his back, and then he'll turn around and attack with his second attack at Wrathskeller. Misses Sempolo. Hits Rat.
Of course he does.
Rat is knocked unconscious.
Oh,
Then
it's getting so ugly so fast.
I know it is. And then, as a bonus action, he uses his nimble escape as a disengage to move away from Sempolo for the last bit of his movement. Laura, it is your turn.
Mhm. I am looking at Whoosh's arm. Whoosh. It still looks bad. It looks really bad, right?
It does. It looks very
David,
bad. You can see, like, bone.
Okay.
Right at the moment, you're not supposed to know that his race actually has hollow bones, but you can see that.
Okay. So I'm gonna she's going to cast whatever healing I have. Hang on a second. And while she's doing that, she's like when she's like saying you poor sorry ugly bird, like she's really trying to be sincere. She's just awful.
Okay.
No, listen. I grew up. Well, I mostly grew up in a small town near a bunch of asshole little children.
So I am going to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. And just as a point of note,
Yep.
chat healed Whoosh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. But only for a point. So I just rolled it.
Oh.
A D10, it came up a 1.
So like it's like so now there's more maybe tendons holding it together.
Now you no longer see the fact that you know his bones are hollow. You kind of watch those knit magically in front of you.
I'm realizing
hey,
that
that was
the
good.
colored dots are not percentage indicators, but rather they have strict numeric values.
Yes, they do have numeric values.
And she's like trying to like
I look a lot better than the dot indicates.
Yes.
so
Yes. So I just dragged that 7 points on, and yes, indeed, he's now healed back to full.
and she's like trying like she like touches his feathers to like try to like console him. What do they feel like?
He feels kind of oily, actually. Crow's kind of an
yeah.
oily creature.
Like a bird.
Okay,
duck.
well,
Like a bird. So actually, it'd be kind of like dusty.
so okay. She's trying not to be disgusted. And she's like, you really need to I don't know why you wanted to keep that trap, but you really need to get rid of it.
Also, we did hear the goblins moving outside, right?
Doubt it.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Okay.
Yes, you heard the one that just died in front of the door go, ah!
Oh shit, okay.
So in response to that, I will say, nice lady, stay away from the door and then please.
I can move from it after. Oh, I didn't mean to turn my turn, but I was gonna move from it, but I can't
All right,
move that
no,
far.
you can move. You can move away from the door if you want to move away from the door here. That's absolutely fine.
And I can't move into all this rubble shit, right? So it's just like one step back.
Yeah, you can do one step back.
What I'm actually going for is for you to clear that space that you just cleared. Yes.
All right, now before Rat goes, Whoosh, since you have a held action, you were basically waiting for Laura to get the hell out of your way. You may go ahead and do so.
That is all I want to do.
You just want to move in front of the door. Gotcha.
I want to be next to the door where I hear things.
Gotcha. All right, Rat, go ahead and roll me that beautiful,
Whoops.
beautiful death save.
I was
I
just playing
continue
with
to
my
die.
stats. Sorry about that.
Yes, to see if you continue to die or not. Oh, he continues to die. One failed death save. Ah. Advance your turn. All right, this gobbledygook, he is going to join his boss over here. His boss was not quiet about that. But he has a scimitar out. And he is not going to attack. He will just join his boss over here. Kind of spit on the dwarf as he walks by. This goblin will continue around the corner to see what the hell's going on over here with his friends. This goblin, looking through the gate and seeing that there's a big gaping pit over there, will decide to go past that area, jump over the wall, and come land there. This one will do basically the same maneuver, jumping there. That'll be a full dash for him. All right, it's back to Laura.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my
You're
action.
I can't really ask you to do anything because that's not.
I'm just gonna hold my action.
Okay. So, all right. So the goblin boss will put away his scimitar as he moves over here to stand by Rat. He will target Simpolo and pull out a javelin and throw it at him. Misses Simpolo. Simpolo, it is your turn.
Okay. Nice. Thank goodness. What to do? Well, what to do? How far away is this guy? Okay. I'm gonna move here.
Okay, so you're gonna go over the top of the wagon.
Yes.
All right, so that'll be cost you a double move to go through that square, so that's a full 25. Oh no, Whoosh, you hear feet right outside the door.
I'm listening to them so carefully.
They are a little creature running around outside. Sampolo, what are you gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna attack this goblin.
Okay. And you miss.
Do absolutely nothing.
You wave at him vigorously.
I'm gonna pass my turn.
Alrighty. This gobbledygook down here will come back over this direction and keep his bow out and trained on the courtyard, just in case. This wolf will follow his goblin buddy over this direction. The pit does nothing. And Rat needs another death save. Hey, one success.
Yay.
1 and 1. All right, Whoosh.
Okay, so I'm hearing lots of movement around outside now from little things,
Yes.
but I actually have very little idea of what's. I've heard probably some screams.
You've heard some yelling, but most of it's in a language you don't understand.
Right, but scuffling. I mean, there is goings on.
Yeah, there is
Right.
goings on, definitely.
So, with my movement, rather than can
Please tell me you're
okay.
going to open the door and punch.
I would just, you know what? I know how glad that would make you, but I also know I've got the glowing girl behind me.
Oh yeah, that's on my amulet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's not my first rodeo. Let's see. Oh, this is an awkward situation. Okay. Okay, so we're going with the standard rule where you can, if you hold your action, you hold your action. You don't get to then at that point also do your movement and a bonus action, all that stuff, right?
Correct.
But I want to do all that stuff. Oh my.
Choices,
Okay.
choices, choices. I know.
These
I'm
are
such a
these are
mean
rough
bastard.
choices. They are difficult. What I want to do is tell her to turn off the light, and then once the light's off, peek out the door, and then based on what I would see when I, look out the door, then maybe I would want to take an action. That's my problem.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm really low on the initiative. Maybe I'll get high on the. I am going to. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I would like to. Can I use a bonus action to tell her to turn off the light?
Oh, yeah, that's a free thing. You can just go ahead and say, turn off the light.
Great. So I thought, nice lady, can you turn off the light? And then I will like to hold my action. My action being to open the door just a little tiny bit to see if I can figure out what's going on out there.
Okay.
Well, I held my action, so can't I just do that?
Yeah, oh yes, you can. You did hold your action, so if you want to go ahead and put out your light so he can go ahead and do his thing, that's fine.
Okay, done.
I wish I'd known that before okay, there we go.
There
When I said it, you mean?
Well, no, I wish I'd known that before I'd advanced the initiative, but he bumped me back.
Yeah, I bumped it back. That's fine.
Okay, so I want to open the door
Uh-huh.
and kind of peek out. I want to be stealthy about it. I want to be quiet, and I don't want to like swing the door open.
Okay, so you open up the door, and you see a whole tangled mess of gray and green and all sorts of things going on. It's dark, and yeah, there's stuff going on outside the door.
Right. So, okay, so none of the goblins have a torch or anything. There's no light.
Right.
But there is somebody right in front of the door, right?
Yes. Little. They're all
Do
the
I
same
see that?
size out there at this point. They're all little blurs of movement. I can give you a wisdom check just to double check to make sure that you.
Oh, I will absolutely take a wisdom
Okay.
check.
Now, if you roll low on this, okay, if you roll under a 10, we're going to do this right out in the open. If you roll under a 10, you're going to mistake Sempolo as a goblin.
I get you. Don't worry.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, don't you worry.
Just
Don't get a 9.
Not a saving throw.
Yep, just a check. Okay. You do not think Sempolo is a goblin.
Do I know who he is?
You do recognize the fact that that is probably one of your party members, yes.
It's probably the really short one.
Probably the really short one.
Okay, so I see him, and do I see this goblin? Right?
You see that he is tangling with a goblin, though the goblin is kind of out of your reach because he's like around the corner from the door.
Right. Okay. Do I see these two goblins on the other side of the pit?
Past? Yes, you can see them back there.
Okay. Are they looking at me?
No, they are kind of looking around. I mean, there's no real definitive way that they're looking at the moment. They're not facing any specific way, other than their asses are to the wall at the moment.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. I want to do something magical that fixes the situation. Hang on, I got this. I guess at this point I've basically got like my bonus action left.
No, you still have your regular action.
Okay. Man, I wish I was level 3.
Don't we all?
I don't know if we're gonna see
I'm
level
pretty sure
3.
everybody in my party wishes I was level 3 right now.
I don't think I'm
Um,
ever gonna see the light of day after this.
I am going. I can't. I can't hit him, right? I mean, even if would I be able to hit the goblin if I opened the door?
No, you wouldn't.
Okay.
You'd have to actually move out. So you'd have to do like an
Wait.
acrobatics move or something. I mean, you are a monk after all. You'd have to do some flippy
I've got
dive
it,
move
yeah.
over Sempolo.
But I'm not. Keep in mind, I've got I'm not a meat shield, so I'm not. I don't want to. I see 3 goblins at least. Which I don't see these other 2, and I don't see the wolves, right?
Right. You are correct.
And do I have any impression about what sort of armaments these 2 up here have?
Nope, you have no clue.
Okay. Do I know what? Can I kind of tell what this guy here is swinging right next to the door?
No, unfortunately no, just because of darkness and blurs of movement and all the rest of that stuff. But I will give you 10 more seconds to make up your mind, and we're going to advance the turn.
I think I'm gonna do some crazy backflip nonsense because he's pretty small, so I can probably squeeze past pretty easily.
It's the only reason why I'm allowing it is because he is so small.
Yeah. So I can probably scooch out here and end up maybe like right there.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Sure. Let me get my.
This will be a part of your movement as you do a dive roll over the top of Sempolo. Oh, I so want you to roll way low on this. It'll be so fun to watch you come out like a big ball of black feathers and tackle right into him. Nah, fine, I'll let you go by, but it costs you an extra square of movement. So there, that's 15 feet of movement. So you're over there.
Okay, so I can attack him now.
Yes, but you will only have your action. You do not have your bonus action.
I don't have a bonus action. Okay, so let me get my.
Well, he
Oh, and a critical hit.
All right, let me. It's going to automatically count the critical, right?
Yes, it will. Just drop it right on top. Yep. Boom, baby.
Oof.
And you have killed him.
All right, and that'll be it.
Yep.
Where's my?
Wow. Thanks, son.
All right, so this guy right here, he just saw this bird come flying out of this weird shed thing over the top of the gnome and land over here.
I didn't mean to do that.
You rolled a little early. We'll just use that one when it comes to your turn. That's fine.
That's a good one to use.
Yeah, that's a good one to use. We'll hold that. I'm not that mean. Not really. So, all right. So he is going to move forward towards our birdie. Hey, birdie. Hey, birdie, birdie. And he is going to attack you with a scimitar. And hits you.
Barely.
Yeah. Ouch. Big hit. Then he uses his nimble escape to move back.
Right back where I started. Great.
Kepley, you already made your saving throw. Thankfully, it was a 19. You're pretty good. Oh, God. Rat needs to make his.
While he is doing his death saving throw, I want to establish when I popped out, the door is open now, right?
Yes, it is. All right.
Good job, Wrath.
Wrath has 2 successful ones. All right. The wolf no longer, of course, is not targeting Kepley anymore. So let me remove that. But he runs, jumps up over the wall, and he's going to tear right into the gnome.
Yeah. Whoosh is regretting so many decisions right now.
Ooh, all right. Sempolo, please make me a strength saving throw. Uh-oh. As the wolf drags you to the ground, you are prone. Kepley, death save, please.
Yeah. Can I just do that?
Didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is the new one for
Okay.
this round. Another success. You got 2 successes so far. So far, so good. All right. This goblin will move up next to his wolf buddy, his wolfy brother. He is going to attack Whoosh again, but this time at advantage for pack tactics. Hits Whoosh.
And I'm unconscious.
And out cold he goes. And then he uses his nibble escape to move back to where he was before.
Wait, did you say nimble or nipple?
Nimble
Okay.
with a B.
I heard nipple.
How does a nipple escape work exactly?
Well, my wife,
you know
one
what?
of her coworkers today had one of those while they were cleaning vehicles at work, and
She had a wardrobe malfunction.
she had a wardrobe malfunction. Yes. So, all right, this goblin will move forward, and he is going to lay an arrow into Sempolo, who is currently laying on the ground, so there was disadvantage on that. The goblin boss is going to come over next to the wolf and take 2 attacks at Sempolo, who is laying on the ground at the moment. There's a hit. And then 1 more for good measure. Automat. Ooh, he misses you even though you're unconscious. Suck ass.
I love how everyone's already dead at this point.
Yeah. All right,
No,
and
we
this
still got-
one
we still got
moves
the
out
priest.
here.
She can't do shit.
And then at a
You
-2,
heal
because she is hidden inside, he will shoot at Laura, hitting her.
Yay.
Ouch! Whoosh, please give me a death save.
Sure.
I would
Nice.
like to use luck and contest that roll.
Well, we've already
For my
gone
hit?
past that.
Oh, I was gonna say you want to contest my death save.
No, I meant, well, I had to look to see what I could use it for. Sorry, I didn't know how luck
okay.
worked.
All right. So you want?
So I guess
you want me
so
to
I guess I
contest
roll
that?
a 20 and then so what I roll a 20 and then you roll and then like it's whoever you explain it.
All right. You roll a d20 and then you tell me whether you want me to take my roll or your roll. Now, notice you didn't see my roll, but you know it hit you.
Right.
So
Right.
you go ahead and roll a d20 and then tell me which one you want to take.
I'll take mine.
You're gonna take yours?
Yeah.
Okay, so that will definitely miss you then. All right, so you are not hit. So Whoosh, you can go ahead and advance your turn. You were successful on your death save. Wow, dude, that's mean. Shadzar just got a random encounter added to everything.
Oh, come on.
Archery.
I'm going to
Shadzar's
guarantee
someone
I know
who
what he
can't
wants.
TPK.
No. I know what he wants. He wants to have it be
Okay.
a beneficial encounter. Somebody coming in to help you guys. So, all right. So that goblin will come in.
from a wife.
Is it the spaghetti god?
It is not the spaghetti god. Nope.
Damn.
All right, Laura, it is your turn. Yes, because chat can actually buy random encounters to add to your side to help you guys out. So.
Oh my god. I'm going to go and hang on.
While you're thinking, Laura, can you please give me a perception check in the tower?
Sure. Perception. Okay, not persuasion.
There you go. I just whispered it to you.
Oh God. Okay. I'm going to go to Simpolo and cast healing. Is there a variation between why I would use cure wounds and why I would use a healing word? I mean, does one like do they will work and just pop somebody awake at the same time, or
Healing word is a bonus action versus cure
Gotcha.
wounds, which does more, but for an
gotcha?
action.
Okay.
So I think theoretically you could do 2 healing spells in one turn if you have the slots.
I don't have the slots, but I will
I
do a cure
know.
wounds.
So you want to do a cure wounds on him? Okay.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Very
Whoops.
good.
That was a heal, but it's okay.
Do you want a healing word or a cure wounds?
No, that was that. I didn't. I have a cure wounds, and I have cure wounds on here twice, which is weird. Probably because I don't know why. Maybe it was an accident, so I thought I hit the wrong thing. But no, that's what I wanted to use.
Okay, not a problem.
I'll just erase it. It's confusing.
Okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. But
I
you
got
did
it. There,
cure
I
him,
fixed it.
so he's feeling much better. He's still laying down prone, but
Oh yeah,
he
and
is
there's
feeling
still
better.
wolves everywhere. I mean, it sucks.
Yes, there is all sorts of shit everywhere.
And that's pretty much it for me. So
Okay. All right, Sempolo.
Wait,
You
can
are
I ask something?
yes.
Do they know where I am? Like, do they know I'm unconscious?
Who, the players? No.
The player.
No,
Okay.
they have no idea.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
so Sempolo, you are conscious now. Your wounds have closed, but you're laying on the ground still. So what would you like to do?
Is it possible for me, while on the ground, to pick up or try to swoosh into the room with Laura?
Basically, roll forward, grab a hold of him, and kind of toss him into the room with Laura?
Yes.
I will allow that with a strength check. This will be like all of your actions, movement, etc., all rolled into one with a simple strength check. Now, keep in mind, you can also utilize your point of inspiration to gain advantage on this roll if you so choose.
You know what? I will.
All right, it's a little bit better. So, all right, so I will say yes, indeed. So you pick him up and throw Whoosh's body past Laura into the room. And you do so in such a way that he does not automatically fail a saving throw. But you are now no longer prone. You are standing up right there at the door.
If only Laura had any more spell slots.
I'm only level 1, babe.
Yes, aren't we
Doesn't matter.
all?
However, stabilizing a dying creature is a medicine check.
And that's really it for me, so...
All right, and the pit does nothing. Back at the top, Whoosh, make a death save.
Death save. Where's my sheet? Woohoo!
Another success. Fantastic. All right, this goblin, seeing that Sempolo is up, will go through his buddy's space, come around. Nah, he's going to stand right there. Yeah, I'm not going to be that mean where I'm being so super psycho on you guys. But he does have pack tactics, so he does have advantage on this roll. As he comes in and attacks
Oh,
Sempolo.
barbarian.
Hits. And knocks Sempolo back down. Right into Laura's waiting arms. Aw, so cute, so cute. Yeah, this guy will come up here.
This is fucking ridiculous.
It is. It
These
is.
seem to be some very capable goblins.
That goblin boss is keeping them well organized. The wolf will randomly just bite Simpolo. Hits and
That's
automatically
mean.
will deal a single death save failure. Insta dead. No, you're not insta dead. You're just death save failure. So Simpolo, give me a second.
I just died.
No, you're not dead. You're not dead. It's just one failure. That's it. Because whenever you're damaged while you're unconscious, you only take one failure. You may now roll a death save. Okay, that is now 2 failed death
I'm gonna
saves.
die.
You're going to die! All right, this guy right here is going to shoot at Laura with a -2. It misses her.
This sucks.
This guy right here, he's going to shoot at Laura with a -5. A little bit of an angle. Misses. The goblin boss strides out here. Just staring down Laura, being intimidating.
She's already like so scared shitless. I don't really think you
And-
can get further than that.
Well, it's going to be because he's about ready to do something. He raises his scimitar in 2 hands above his head over Simpolo. Rat,
Oh,
make your
no.
death save.
Holy crap! That's the only thing I can roll good
That's
tonight.
stabilized now, isn't it?
Yes, now you're stabilized. You can't stand up for an hour, but you're stabilized.
Hopefully they don't search you too vigorously.
Yeah. All right, so Laura, the goblin boss, is standing over the top of Simpolo with his scimitar up in the air, staring you in the eyes. He has it in 2 hands. He's going to be bringing it down.
Can I?
If you were a paladin, maybe.
And ooh, Sempolo, you just got a breath of life. As chat removed one of your failed saves.
Thank God.
So what is Laura gonna do? He has his scimitar raised above his head. Persuasion.
You know what?
Hey baby, how you doing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna do a hey baby, how you doing kind of thing? As a note, Ellie, I cannot hear you. Nope.
I'm just chatting away.
There we
at
go.
nothing.
There we go. Now I can
Okay,
hear
so that makes a lot more sense. Okay. So I was trying to use persuasion and beg him not to kill him because he's my friend, kind of, and I'll give him money. Please don't.
Are you lying to him?
I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Do you have money? No, everything I said was true.
Okay,
I mean,
all right.
it's like
So
it's
that's
a-
what I wanted to know. I wanted to make sure if I'm rolling an insight check on him or if I'm going to be rolling like a contested kind of check here. So, all right. So you did that. Now I'm going to roll a charisma save to see if he is going to fall to your womanly
whatever.
wiles.
Right.
Nope.
She's a very pretty crier. Okay, no.
No, he doesn't. No, he does not fall for it. By the way, Skull, thanks very much for that follow. So no, he does not. And that was definitely an action.
Okay. Fuck.
Hey, I'll give you money and be your friend if you
Whatever.
Don't do
I
this.
mean, just don't kill him. We're valuable people. I'm certain of it. I am.
Uh-oh. There is a failed death save for Kepley. So he has 2 successes, 1 fails for himself. And go ahead and advance your turn, Kepley. And as we finish today's game session, a horn blows in
God.
the distance as a number of guards began to swarm the right side of our screen in our map as the chat bought a beneficial incoming for all
Oh
of
my
you.
god, who did that?
Shad.
Fucking love you.
Yeah, Shad bought it. And the guards begin to scare away the goblins, leaving all of you alone. But we will pick up where we left off in 2 weeks from tonight, as people are laying on the ground bleeding to death and such, and the goblins begin to
I
run
can't feel
away.
my legs.
This is like the
Can
worst.
I just make a
thing.
death saving throw really quick just to stabilize?
No,
No.
not yet. No,
Oh,
no,
what?
no. I know. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for coming by and watching this very first episode of Dreams of the Red Wizards, which was nearly a TPK. Look,
It's almost
Chad,
the last episode too.
I would've
I
laughed my
didn't
ass
kill
off.
the cleric this time. The cleric is the only one left standing this time.
Oh my
So
god.
I don't just kill clerics. Thank you very much.
Because the bird shoved her behind him.
But ladies and gentlemen, for myself, for
You don't
Suzy
even know
Q,
where.
for all of my
You just-
subs, for my patrons. Shut up!
wait.
Shut up! I'm trying to do my wrap up.
He's gotta do his thing.
I gotta do my thing. Thank you so very much for coming by. Thank you so much, everybody, for your follows and subs and all sorts of stuff. Definitely be sure to come into my Discord channel. Check it out. There's extra games, open spots, open seats all over the place. You too may be killed on stream by me. So be sure to check that out. For myself, my players, everybody else, have a great night. See y'all later. Bye-bye.
Well, I'm pretty sure my teammates, like in game, think I'm at the campfire just eating stew because they don't.
No, we're down here fighting for our lives. Like, gosh, it'd be really cool if that guy with the giant axe could be down here.